way. Spirit do as G2 did, knowing the importance of winning the force buy adds more value.
मेरे को लग रहा है आज अपसेट होने वाला बहुत
gun
बड़ा.
round. It's nothing out of spawn for Team Spirit.
And that's the right call, man. We can see the util for G2 right now. They don't have a lot to take the pace out of this. Once this initial set of smokes has faded, one down towards Monster, they've got another to replenish.
G2 picked
Other than
over
that,
pass.
it's
Spirit
a very
picked
light investment on the util.
Yes, आज देखते हैं. खेलेंगे कम.
Donk making noise towards A.
फ्यूरिया जीतना चाहिए यार आज.
Magics. Careful, he's supposed to be throwing this fake, keeping G2 here, but they're up awfully close in toilets. 2 players and connector available to Hunter. This could be a bit of a crunch here from G2. Atis clears the corner, but they're coming round to the other one, chasing him down now in the open. Tinir with another entry. It's Hunter, only good for one, and you can see the writing on the wall. G2 make a heroic gamble down that B bomb site, and it might be the right call.
Even now, even with the gamble being in the right place, nothing is certain. Donk's got himself an M4. Spirit hold the man advantage. Still got a bit of util to work with. That molly makes life harder for Heavy God down here in the pit. Keeps him trapped. Can't stop this bomb plant. It's going to leave G2 on the clock. They would love a kill soon just to relieve some tension here. Bring them back in.
Oh, bhai, let's go!
And it goes that way decisively. Donk there with a follow-up. And some pious heads for the hills.
Thank you for the subscribe, Max Payne Gaming.
Winning the pistol, feeling like a bit of a curse. Spirit doing a G2.
किसको support कर रहे हो by the way?
Right back to him what they did in that first half. A 4-spy round win.
कर देता हूँ.
And yeah, no one beats Donk on openers, but we are seeing Tenir take more and more moves on this T side, look for more and more first kills, because so often you're just going to get traded, you're going to get re-swinged. That's exactly what Hunter does, but Tenir puts his life on the line for the entry kill that gets Spirit into that B-bomb site. B short going to be such a point of contention in this game. If we look at Donk on the T side, he is never there. He is never walking into water
3K
for Spirit.
मैंने भी लगा है.
And so will G2 put onus on that position and try and take ownership of it? It's Mattis who gets caught on a bad
Upset
timing
नहीं कर
this
देना
round.
चाहिए बस भाई.
But it could still be a way in for G2 if that
पहला
doesn't
मैच
scare
भी
them
जीते.
off it. Huge force by victory for Team Spirit.
नावी का spot ले लिया. हाँ भाई.
In must-win rounds on this T side, G2 left with the single saved rifle.
And we're going to get to see why Saw saved up all these timeouts in that first half. A T side that went pretty well for G2. He didn't feel the necessity to be involved, and it's let him bank up a couple of extra timeouts here, burning the first one early into the CT campaign.
You said G2 is stable, they were calm, they didn't panic. That's exactly what you need on this CT side of Overpass. It's a comeback for G2, but it is not out of the realms of possibility.
ये लोग ना बस डी भाई ये जंप वाला जो शॉट ये लोग मार रहा है ना भाई.
Boost comes the push. G2 takes short.
मेरे को लग रहा है इको ये लोग हारता ही है. मोस्टली ये लोग इको ही हारता है.
All too much yet. Don's the scout in this round. I might just get bypassed entirely, but he's responsible for the whole top site, a task that G2 are becoming increasingly aware is going to get called into question. They've cleared out short, they've got Heavy God in a strong position. Zontix with the clear, flushes him out. Still, it hasn't stopped the rotation for G2. They send extra bodies to go and help Sun Pius. While Zontix plays his cards. Now opener down towards B, now taking control away out towards short.
Zontix पे smoke वगैरह है.
The rest of Spirit moving back to join him.
Heavy God अच्छा तो मारता है.
No, it's good to stop this before they get there. A well-timed peek and kill here on Zontix is everything, but awkward timing. Zontix gets behind cover. Spirit here to assist, throwing everything.
देखा मैं मेरे को पता था ये लोग यही हारेगा. इको ही हारेगा.
G2 have thrown all their their bodies on this bomb site, and they are holding strong. Shiro needs a multi-kill, and he needs it right now. 20 seconds to escape this nightmare, and the bomb loose puts G2 in the winning position. Spirit throw in the towel.
अर्ली गेम पिक मिल गया, ये नहीं कि
And so back and forth we go at the start of this second half.
हैवी के तरह
This now
है.
represents a massive opportunity for G2. Chance to take the lead. This one are tied up against a formidable buy out of Team Spirit. But if they win it, they're broke. And this late in the game, that's going to leave you riding a real high up towards double digits.
Every time G2 got in this position in their first half, they lost this round. They could never truly break Spirits. So this time must be different. Spirit ever present, 2 players showing face outside this B bomb site, but likely just going to see them leave and grab that bomb. A lot of room still to cover on A. But back they go. Shiro picks up the package and they reset entirely. Some players stuck in A, can find that info later. G2 only have 2 players lower.
And even then, Madison in a
मेरे
position
को लगता है पहला गेम ये आज स्पिरिट का अपसेट होने वाला है.
On short when you're playing it how he is. So as Tenir plays forward, Donkin behind him. These fights are coming the way of Mattis. Whether Ela wants it or not, flick back up, Donk dead. Shadow spotted, Mattis holds down his side of the fort. Heavy guard, much the same. And this B side does not crumble. G2 withstand the hit. And now in a position to take the lead on their map pick.
Absolute knockout blow from G2. Huge round to find this clean as they do it. Mattis head to head onto Donk for crying out loud from the bottom of the board. Stands tall. Heroic show up from G2 and the perfect flash.
Oh भाई क्या flash दिया है bro.
Chance to shoot back in Monster. It's a real test of Spirit now on the T side of Overpass, a map they absolutely
तो लग रहा है भाई.
foreseen being picked in this series. So it begs the question, how will they solve G2 CT side when the rifles come back out?
ये लोग प्लेऑफ्स में क्या खेलता है और लैंड पे बड़ा स्टेज में आके इन लोग का भाई क्या ही हो जाता है पता नहीं.
This round just serving as a chance to talk things over. For G2 an opportunity to make a bit of money, give themselves as much leverage as possible on this CT side. Make themselves hard to break. And down the stretch, that'll come to matter a hell of a lot. So you just want to get out cleanly here. It's the only demand. Nerds, some pious have this crossfire, and so no issues up against the pistols. A clean sweep that G2 was so hungry for, looking to come through.
All right, no longer brittle, RG2 well in the lead, well in control of the economy, and Spirit with nothing shown yet on this T side, just that one
Vitality win नहीं करे major, ये कैसे हो सकता है
a
भाई?
whirlwind since that point.
Vitality
G2 3
तो
rounds
जीतेगा
straight
ही.
in the blink of an eye. And this is one of those times where Spirit would massively benefit from another pair of eyes, a coach behind them, to offer perspective.
I mean, this is also where, you know, Magic's being so fresh to captaincy. Might have always had it in him as a mid-round caller, but having to be the guy coming up with the strategy at this type of a scoreline in the quarterfinal at the major, competing to defend that one trophy that got Donk emotional in his career. You know, these are the moments that you really have to earn your keep as the captain.
Yeah, it's been going so well. This is the first bump in the road we've seen now for Spirit. Everyone wants to call from the lead, but what do you say now? Slow on this top side. Sontek's doing as Heavy God did, patrolling the extremities. Spirit getting closer, but Sumpire's AWP in play, and we've been waiting a while for the Spanish AWPer. Des called him a big game.
Donk आज एम नहीं चल रहा है भाई, वरना वो के 12-13-12
स्कोर. well-placed shots could
तू देख रहा है.
turn your fortune. Will be required on this top side, but for now, Nert has got short on lock. Surely that sends Spirit into this AWP.
These B players holding up their side of the bargain, it just is such a comfort for the guys over on A.
You're not
worried about having to rotate out of position, draw any resources away from this top site. You're able to get comfortable in a two-man hold. Now you've got a third player moved up as well. So layers of defense here for G2. The onus is on Spirit trying to break through them. That's an opening for Donk. Sumpire's AWP dead after one. It's Heavy God playing the Joker, this third piece up towards the top site that's got to make a difference. Playing it forward, Heavy God can't stop that bomb plant. Magic's able to put a bit of distance between himself and that bomb. Doesn't want to get bogged down in this fight, tries to take a post plant. Hearing that timer tick away from you, you never even saw Magic's escape, so that comes as a real surprise. Nert's dead on rotation. Tenkeyless still does not give you this fight that you were so desperate for.
Let's go.
Waits for that second tap, and that's when he strikes. Tenkeyless handles that with real composure.
That is a beautifully played post-part situation for Spirit. Well communicated, everyone doing their job. Magic slipping past, but you can distill that round down to a single shot, a single miss from Sumpire's. He had to find his first kill to set Hunter up for success. Sure, he makes up for it with one frag onto Donk, but he would have had two AWP shots out in that round, and that could have been 2 kills for G2. A massive miss, an unforced error, no pressure, no flashbang. Sumpire's could not hit his easy shots. And so Spirit stay alive in the first map of this quarterfinal. One more till they break the bank.
Yeah.
So while there are usually multiple of these kind of swing rounds in a game where you can look to take the economic edge and look to run away with a couple of rounds, it's as you get later in the game that they become truly map defining. Doesn't get closer than this. 9-9. Money on the edge for both squads. Spirit haven't been jumping the gun in these round starts. Little flash to try and set Zontix up for a peek, but blocked at Monster. He'll fall back.
I like that. I don't think he ever intended to fully send it. He's trying to cause a bit of chaos there for G2. Clear close Monster, but then more importantly, get the nades out. Does that imply Spirit want to come back to B later in the round? They've done exactly what they want.
Hello,
Only 2 smokes remain in G2's repertoire. No Molotovs to stop a hit. G2 are in the dark.
It's trying to take a angle out towards the toilets, but right now Spirit have walked right past him. Well, this worked to his benefit.
Genius.
The presence of mind to think that he would still be here with only 30 seconds left. Backstab on Shiro. That's certainly going to complicate matters. Nerds is trying to escape, hangs around for a little bit more, and gets rewarded for it. Finally going to get dealt with.
We're on.
But G2 now pulling more players up to defend this top site. Some Pius waiting back at the bank. They're being given room for a bomb plant. Time running real low. Got to plug in those numbers. No one able to stop this, so it will come down to the retake. Some Pius has been waiting here to get a shot off. Walks right in at Donk's crosshairs, but he's dead after one. Magic's going to try and battle forward. As the flank closes in behind him, he looks for salvation out towards the bank. And Hunter's prepared to give this space up. Knows that if he doesn't give away this kill, Magix is constantly under pressure. Is that pressure too much for Spirit's captain? Defuse held and he's got no part to play. G2 with a breakthrough round this late in the day.
Unbelievable resilience of G2, and you've got to give the flowers to Hunter in that position. That is experience showing up. He doesn't swing to trade Donk. He lets Donk discount his position entirely. He pulls all the way back as Magix tries to hunt him down and only pushes when his team get on that bomb. He knows exactly how to win that round. Heroic play from Hunter. And a massive double kill from Nerds, who has definitely shown up when G2 need him in this game. We've got multiple major playoff rookies on this G2 squad versus major winners, Cologne, defenders. And G2 have a round to the good. Team Spirit's bomb plant keeps them above water. They get a bit more in this buy, but boy, it's not ideal. You lose this, it will hit like a truck.
Close glass matlab? Close glass samjha nahi.
Now they're getting confident. Clearing middle. Taking water, and I think that really has been a factor of this CT side. G2 has so much information again on this lower side. Look at Mattis' position. Numerous times we've had him, Heavy God, out in B shore.
क्या कर रहा है Spirit, वही तो मैं देख रहा हूँ.
Spirit are none the wiser. It's Zontic's extremely passive on his side of the map. Tanea can certainly punish, but right now he's got another job. It's to take this connector control so they can clear it together. Magic just catches Mattis coming through that smoke.
That was the craziest push I've ever seen from Mattis, just running through the con smoke. And it's given away an opening.
आजकल सही हो गया है कि odds के हिसाब से you can exit as well.
And that 5v4 to work with.
लग रहा है कि हार जाएगा तो bet से
every time they've had
कुछ
Spirit on the
पैसा
rocks, every time they've been able to break them, they lose the round. And G2, that factor might just continue here. They had another chance. Spirit have upgraded their guns. They're getting closer.
Waiting for this guy to find his footing, but as the first shot sails past, will this be deja vu for some Pius? Oh, it's not for Nerds. Magix helps him out with a TK. And now that some Pius all given another chance. Rotates all arrive. This A site is padded. Spirit go walking into the stack. And they'll get chewed up, spat out by G2.
Full stack, top site shut down. G2 don't panic off of the Mattis death. And some Pius, that first shot might be a blank, but you give him a second, he does find Donk again.
Magic साला 10 को मार रहा है.
And what does stand out for G2 is their composure. They gave away kind of an unforced error, a weird opening pick, but they didn't let it drag them down. You had that Hunter clutch at a critical moment where he won it with experience and smarts.
Donk feel नहीं कर रहा. Donk is not feeling it, bro.
And now with this rather reckless force out of Team Spirit, looking to try and keep themselves in the conversation before G2 hit 12. Has the soft underbelly of this dragon been exposed?
Yeah, and G2 have got their swords out. This is a reckless buy for Spirit, as you say. This is out of nowhere. Just continuing to keep investing and try and avoid overtime,
सोच रहे हैं कि
but
ये
in
लोग
doing
अपना
so, they might just
T-side
lose
में
the
क्या
map off of this decision right
dustों में
now.
देखेगा लग रहा है ये लोग खुद को।
Donk has certainly cooled off in this T side. He is yet to be getting those opening kills that Spirit require on this top site. Running into the AWP, running into nerds. Donk eats grenades in this round. He is down low. We don't have a single rifle. Shiro scout and 4 pistols. A Mac 10 for Tanir as Spirit get closer, and this is a final Hail Mary into this top site. Some Pies don't give them an AWP. He had to hit that shot.
Promising signs though, it's been in these
Oh, Baba,
first shots
kutta
that
bana de.
Pius has flubbed it. This time he nails it. Able to play it forward,
कोई
now you
chance
own the
नहीं है, और
bathrooms.
Dust2 बहुत
Spirit
strong
walking
है
in to
G2
just
का,
a
पता है
pincer
तुमको?
maneuver out of G2, you're going nowhere. That desperate force buy from Spirit convincingly shut down, and G2 now have 3 chances to close on overpass.
Spirit won't even have AKs. They're in the hole on this T side. While G2 had a clear way in, a clear game plan on the T side of this map, that B abuse, the contact plays, the B pops, they kept punishing Team Spirit. Nothing has worked in this T side for Team Spirit. They just keep meandering into these A stacks, and they are getting sent packing. A shutdown half from G2. That's with Spirit winning the force. That gave them no
Normal enemy
favors.
नहीं मार पाता, magic smokes through मार रहा है वही तो।
Could Donk save them as he has so many times, but this T side is falling by the wayside. Some Pius with another opener. Donk falls short. You can feel it. G2 tightening their grip on this quarterfinal.
Spirit पेलेगा Dust2 में। I hope man, I hope. वरना
And this is surely just the dying moments of overpass. Spirit not able to long it out. Might have known this map was coming. That's not made G2 any easier to deal
सही में
with.
main stage में आके हग रहे हैं भाई ये लोग कसम से।
And for the massive underdogs, with 3 first-time major playoff appearances, this is a mammoth step in the right direction. We said it already, they are on a side of the bracket that makes them an underdog in every game they will play.
हाँ
But
bro, match
composure
winner
has
ही
been
लगा है।
the name of the game from G2. Meanwhile, Spirit feeling a little flustered. This Tanir clutch doesn't have any legs on it.
1v3 clutch कर देगा तो
Closing
पगला हो
in.
जाएगा
Hunter playing it forward, looks to stop him as soon as that bomb is planted, and it's only fitting that the captain is the man to deal the crushing blow. G2, comfortable win to start this quarterfinal. Domination on their map pick as they shut it down convincingly in that second half.
Yeah, we may have major winners on Team Spirit, but Hunter here in Cologne has history as well. Looks for a run in this playoffs, does the impossible against Spirit and shuts them out convincingly here on this first map. It will still be an uphill battle for G2.
हाँ हाँ भाई मैं चिली हूँ भाई। थोड़ा तब जब तक नहीं है तब तक एक गेम खेल लेते हैं क्या? क्या? ओके इधर आओ। तुमको कोई कुछ दिया नहीं खाने के लिए क्या? प्रीमियर खेल लूं? अरे बाप रे रीस्टार्ट। प्रीमियर खेलूंगा ना, डिले नहीं है एकदम भी। जीरो डिले के साथ खेल रहा हूं मैं। एक सेकंड मैं शायद एग्जिट लैग का कुछ लोचा है, बोला ना। मैप हाइड कर सकता है राइट, तो 2 मिनट डिले अभी नहीं लगा सकता मैं डिले भाई, मतलब मेरे को आता नहीं है बीच गेम में डिले कैसे लगाते हैं। डीएम किया ही नहीं हूँ मैं भाई, भागूंगा जाके। स्ट्रीम बंद करना पड़ेगा, कौन बंद करेगा? मुझे क्या लगता है 16? हाँ भाई ये तो बहुत शॉर्ट हो जाता है, वैलोरेंट की तरह कर दिया। लैगर मैं तो चाहता हूँ भाई कि नहीं आए, मतलब डीले बोल रहा हूँ, 16 राउंड वाला। हाँ इस पे कमबैक होने का टाइम ही नहीं मिलता है। बेड स्लिप से सेल करूँगा 12,500। मेरा वो I'm playing it. मैप भी लिया है क्रेजी वाला भाई ये लोग।
Get All mid. All.
ओ भाई ये 12,000 वाले हेडशॉट कैसे मार देते हैं भाई मेरे को।
Bro, are you the YouTuber smoker? Hello.
ना 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 ना
YouTube. You are.
नहीं
Last time also you told the same thing. Bhai खेल रहा है मेरा भाई खेल रहा है
भाई खेल रहा है मेरा भाई।
Nice. Dupes की है also.
स्ट्रीम भी लगेगा YouTube पे स्ट्रीम हो रहा है
Streamer है
B में
He is fully
One.
Game mid. One game mid.
करे
B main.
मिड था वो। मेन का प्लान
He's low.
नहीं होगा।
पहला मतलब भाग क्यों रहा है उसके पीछे उसको आने दे।
क्या
मैं बोला भाग क्यों रहा है उसके इधर उसको प्लांट उसको आने दे। मैं तुम्हें होल्ड करूं नहीं जगह हेवन होल्ड करता तू ठीक पे मार देता।
Going है
Let's go. Laying down smoke.
Yeah, we are on stream, boys. Come on, get this shit.
Throwing smoke.
टू मिड लो है वो। दोनों लो है और 2 मिड। ये लोग नहीं थे। टू मिड
One rotating from B, going mid. One B main.
मैं छोड़ दिया मैंने।
He flash.
साइट आ गया। सिटी गया। नाइस। बॉम्ब ड्रॉप हो गया। एमेन जाओ एमेन जा। एक सिटी है ब्रो तेरे। कोई लो नहीं था। डैम। क्लासी बॉल था।
नहीं है
राहुल भाई
Laying down smoke.
A side. Water.
Water था।
Very good. I'll hold mid. You wait.
all him in.
Okay. I'm coming.
अरे
लास्ट शायद पिलर्स है पिलर्स
पिलर नाइस बॉल
Anybody hurry?
फ्रैंक ले तू मेरा बस मिक्स करेगा
हाँ मैं कर रहा
अभी तक चल मेरे साथ कौन आ रहा है
I'll play as usual. Come.
Thanks, jump
Play
करना
players,
मेरा
go B. Let's not play according to spawn. Play the same.
Let's go to the boys.
कोई तो जंप कर रहा है मेरे साथ कोई हाँ भी नहीं बोल
जाओ जंप करो अरे नहीं यार
Okay,
मत
you go. B, I'll
साइड है
go
लोग
B.
साइड है
One B. Beam and sharp.
B. Mostly not sure.
Throwing flashbang.
एंटर बी
Yes, I got.
Deploying flashbang.
उधर लेफ्ट में एंट्रेंस पे
Above it.
Yes, a good cover.
से मारियो सैचुरेशन थोड़ा कम कर सकते सैचुरेशन ही मेरा सिर्फ वो बड़ा हुआ है पर्पल उधर उसके ऊपर जंप थ्रो करना वो
जंप थ्रो कर
We're just
या जस्ट जंप थ्रो ऑन द
ये और कोई तो
Going here.
Incendiary. Grenade out.
ये फ्लैश है SG1 फ्लैश
That's B. I'm going B, I guess.
ब्रो I'm already B don't rotate
Okay. I'll hold mid.
Throwing flashbang.
Mid.
Smoke. Deploying flashbang.
watching bro no problem
स्मोक ब्रेक कर रहा हूँ
नहीं कोई दिक्कत नहीं सर
Throwing a grenade.
Outside aim in, I guess.
No, it's B. अरे नहीं यार एक आउटसाइड है अभी नाइस डेड लास्ट एक पिज्जा
Connector and
M4 कितनी परसेंट फेड है 96% आई गेस
Just hold side. Seven मरेगा
कौन सा सेव है मतलब आफ्टर टाइम मार पैसा नहीं बचेगा
Right on.
good run.
मतलब तुम लोग कैसा खेलते रहे इतना बिंदास भाई साइड पे तू देखा क्या स्मोकर
क्या
माय गॉड भाई बिंदास खेल रहे साइड पे अरे हेवन मार सकता है बंदा एक सीटी गया बोल सी नहीं रहा
चिल मार यार आराम से जीत रहा है
अरे नहीं तो डेंजर है बाबा हेवी गेम प्ले तुम्हारा कॉन्फिडेंस है ना नो डाउट
Throwing fire. Throwing fire.
वेलकम
बी
Smoking.
एक सीटी पुश कर गया है ये एल्डर भैंचो आरएनजी कर रहा है इसकी माँ का
डेविड सो
Grenade.
Enti.
तो ड्रॉप दे सकता है सुन आयुष्य भाई ऊपर पास आ रहे लग गई ले लो इसे यार है बढ़िया
वो जा रहे हैं मैं कोई मैं ही जा रहा हूँ
मैं भी आता
छोड़ना मैं
Incendiary.
स्मोकर
One mid. One water coming here.
वन मोर वाटर्स आई मीन वन मोर
कौन था मेरे साथ भाई मिड पे कोई था ना
बम
Grenade out.
लास्ट
बस वेट कर जा इधर ही बैठ जा
एक तो चेक कर रहा है उसमें से शिफ्ट भी छोड़ दिया
इको
इको कर
Okay, let's wrap this one up.
अरे और एक भाई जंप कर तो साथ में कर ताकि ट्रेड ले पाए तू एक एक करके उतरेगा तो फिर कैसे होगा
से ट्रेड
मैच चालू क्या बोल रहे हो यार बहुत ऐसा फीलिंग आ रहा है मेरे को
Playing B.
स्पिरिट का लगने वाला है
Are we rushing in? Or are we going?
बहुत गंदा स्पिरिट का लगने वाला है
Throwing flashbang. Laying down smoke.
वापस भी
We can.
Incendiary.
अरे दे बैकअप दे
अरे blind था बेंचोद.
लास्ट टीवेस है इधर
Flashbang. Counter-terrorists win. There you go.
हाँ वो ठीक है फेसेट रेड रहना चाहिए हैवी गॉड क्या मार रहा है भाई ओ थिंक दे शुड कॉल जीजी एके इनहेरिटेंस है अभी भी मेरे पास
Throwing smoke.
Throwing fire.
Throwing flashbang.
वेट
Throwing a grenade.
एक वीडियो देखी तो
वही तो दीप मेरा भाई
बाप
वेलकम टू बच्ची गैंग
बकवास नहीं
Be planting.
अरे प्लांट साइड साइड साइड
भाई बहुत सूत रहा है लेकिन यार हैवी गॉड तो बहुत सूत रहा है एफएन हीट
वापस स्मोकर तो खेल रहे दी टेक्निक बंदा वॉक करके वाटर आया
ये अनबॉक्स किया है मेरा एफटी है भाई एक ही ले ले
One more drop, one more last one. Going in.
2-0 खाने वाला है शेट स्पिरिट खा जाएगा वो कहाँ से मारा भाई
Be right side.
$40 हाँ उतना का ही है ओ माय गॉड 3-0
Bro is entered.
2B main, 2B.
Need help, eh?
पैसे बचा लूं
Deploying flashbang.
they are unable to take rounds man
सन्नू ने
पैसे ही नहीं है जीतेंगे कहाँ पे 0-4
Good round.
डोंक 1 किल 10 यार 0 जोंटेक्स 0 मैजिक 0
That is today, right?
शीरो 0
Where are we going?
ऐसे खाएगा ये लोग ऐसे जीतेगा
Let's go, eh?
ये चलते हैं ना
हाँ चलो चलो
कारपेट
Safe.
पीछे आ लो है Oh, shit.
0-4
What's the plan? Plan A.
प्लान एक ए पे ही बनाओ मिड टू ए चलता है
Okay. 2A.
Flying down some fire. Throwing smoke shield. Grenade.
A seems clear. Come from my clear heaven. Clear heaven.
फेवरेट टीम स्पिरिट था अब नहीं है
I got him. Last mid.
अभी तो भाई वाइटैलिटी है ऐसा देख के लग रहा है 0-2 का ऑड्स भाई 2 है 2-1 का 5 है
4-0 स्पिरिट को क्या हो गया?
वही तो
क्या खेल रही है स्पिरिट?
Throwing the flash.
Play the bomb.
Throwing a Molotov. Throwing smoke.
Come here, plant.
Yellow bomb है.
जल्दी सेम ब्रो सेम अबे मेन आ गया मेरे को भी यही लगा गए
ए येलो ब्लू तू शिफ्ट करा मैं पहले बोल रहा हूँ शिफ्ट दबा अगर इधर उधर
ब्रो ए चलो ए रश कहीं इन लोग को कोई टाइम मत दो चलो
Okay. Done. Opening the orange and I will do open. You just flash.
दोनों प्लान देख रहा हूँ मैं तुम लोग बिंदास जाओ
Flashbang. Smoked it. Laying down some fire. I'm setting it down here.
एक और है पीछे एक और
Main
है
care में.
एक मेन है सिर्फ
Main आ रहा है.
Is low.
Grenade out.
Both main or only one?
एक वो कर लो है वो
1 year.
हाँ लास्ट
Stack.
Nice. Sorry. Should have told about the flash.
बी रश
A, B.
One like and subscribe for Smoker by.
Yes sir, already did.
जल्दी जाओ मैं फ्लैशेस दे रहा हूँ
Throwing flashbang.
Everyone's
नाइस फ्लैश है दोनों इधर पड़े
Oh fuck. One more CT.
Laying down some fire. Grenade.
Temple.
come back.
Just go here. Fuck it. Retreat.
बॉम्बर है ना रुक जा मेरे को ए पे पिक लेने दे आई मीन बी पे
Okay.
भाग उधर भाग हाँ मेरे को
सुपर स्ट्राइक है ना तेरे पास स्मोकर
क्या नहीं है
I can drop.
सुपर स्ट्राइक है ना तेरे पास
हाँ।
लॉजिटेक का कितने में पड़ा 90
20
Drop.
Amazon फ्लिपकार्ट
अमेज़न से मंगाया नहीं मैं अमेज़न से नहीं मंगाया मैं क्लैरियन कंप्यूटर से मंगाया था
Let's move.
बेटर अच्छा है क्या
बढ़िया है
सोच रहा हूँ लेकिन
Grenade out.
Amen care.
एमेन अरे भाई दोनों को कैसे मार
I was in there.
इट्स ओके
Wait, please.
प्लीज गेट दैट साइड गाय ब्रो
Water.
2 एमेन अच्छा नाइस एक वाटर्स है
One more aim.
Well played.
One motors coming A main.
Wait, teammate is coming. Just
Coming.
Nice one, bro.
Razer.
चले वापस से अभी चलते खत्म करते हैं। कोई फ्लैशेस मत करो ज़्यादा, मैं सिर्फ 2 फ्लैशेस दूंगा तुम लोग को टाइमिंग पे, ठीक है? तुम लोग जाओ।
Try pick.
हाँ ड्राइव पिक करो ना, जाओ सामने जाओ। ठीक है छोड़ दो, मिड टू ये चलते हैं। इनका रोटेशन आ गया है। ये चलो नाइस एंट्री मिल गया ये पे। हाँ चलो चल। अरे मैं अभी आगे दे रहा हूँ। हाँ उधर ही पे ही था, अंदर में होगा, अंदर छुपा होगा। ब्रो अगर उनका स्मोक आ रहा है तो डरो मत बी मेन पे, मैक्स 2 ही खेल रहे होंगे। एक स्मोक दो, मैं मिड पे स्मोक करो, स्मोक थ्रू जाओ, फ्लैशेस दे रहा हूँ मिड पे। 2 फ्लैश और एक स्मोक दो तो मेरे को। स्नो ड्रॉप योर स्मोक, ड्रॉप योर स्मोक एंड फ्लैश, ड्रॉप योर स्मोक। I'll smoke mid, wait.
मैं भी करता हूँ।
Where are we going?
मैं करता हूँ मैं।
अच्छा तू कर रहा है।
आराम से चलो।
ये गन don't pick. Oh, AK.
रोटेशन दिया कैमरा।
सुनो अबे बी चलो। सिटी आ गया है, मेन जा रहा हूं मैं।
ये भी लो, इसको भी मार। नाइस मतलब।
चलो भाई मैच देखे अब।
Try and play quickly here. Wait for that tap. Wait for that.
Dong!
Right in the donk.
मार भाई, ये गेम तेरा जरूरत है, तेरे टीममेट को तेरा जरूरत है।
ARTISAN dodge both those flashes and the shots. G2 can't even
You
do
need
that.
this.
Come through that smoke blind, trying to punish one man in that bomb site, but Donk is more than one man. Shuts down with another multi-kill in a 3v5. You would have banked on Heavy God doing something
Baba.
there, but Donk really is that guy.
Get donked, baby.
G2's economy busted.
Oh, Shiro, gonna try and take this, gonna try and fight for this. Shiro just misses. Smoke timing shot doesn't connect. Still, it's desperate times for G2. That
भाई
4-0
मैच
start
इसका
becoming
नहीं,
a distant memory.
उन लोग से भी होता है भाई, सिर्फ हम लोग से होता है ऐसा नहीं, उन लोग से भी होता है। डीगल खाएगा हमको लग रहा है, ये लोग वही खाता रहता है भाई। ये लोग इको मेरे को क्यों लगता है ये लोग इको हारता है बहुत.
Wait on the edge. Spirit on biting.
This is a good realization. They recognize that mid feels like a bit of a trap. They're looking at dodge.
चलो चलो A side ले लो.
Great timing there. Flash nade on the smoke. That gets them past
Robin
the captain
cool.
of G2 without a problem.
Dong.
And it's going to force another save out of G2. These rounds are just flying by right now, and you feel like you haven't been able to compete for any of them.
Yeah, things felt electric at those first couple of rounds. That Nerds push up top mid and the rifle felt like Spirit were.
डस्ट बहुत छोटा मैप है भाई, कहीं से भी ना स्क्वीज हो जाएगा. एक जगह पुश हो गया ना, गेम बचा ही नहीं.
Refusing to let G2 find any comfort on the mag, pulling out 3v5.
5 in a row, yes.
Here in middle.
Let's go.
Saving 5 guns, so economy looking unbreakable.
पा कर दिया.
Team Spirit.
So that means, you know, no freebie rounds for G2, no chances to collect on hard work. It is now a grind if you want to recover on this
Let's
half.
go Magics. Yes, let's go.
And a grind that has to start straight away, because while you're talking about Spirit being in great tidings in terms of the money,
भाई इसका उम्र कितना होगा पता है मैजिक्स का?
cannot be said for G2.
किसी को आइडिया है मैजिक्स और डोंग का एज क्या है?
Put in a corner here. Rounds starting to feel like 2-for-1s. A Spirit that are going to get more and more audacious.
चुप से हारिए गेम. ये
round. Trying to make every round loss as punishing as possible. And Saw feels it a necessity to weigh in with the timing here, because this round really does shape this first half. Will it just be 4 for G2? And everything else
Magic Spirit का
round feels
carry
like it decides that.
हाँ बोल सकता है. IGL है क्या ये? हाँ IGL ही है.
If you want to win a round, if you're on the T half, you've got to kill all the G2. You've got to fight every single player. Anyone can save you. Anyone can bail you out with a multi-kill. And we know there's a lot of talent on G2. But here on Dust, we're seeing Spirit win rounds off of 1 or 2 entries in the right place. You can put them in a 3v5, but with Tenir at long, with Donk entering B, they kill heavy. Suddenly the round is extremely favorable for them.
अरे रे. Nice tag. Nice tag yo. अभी नहीं. Falcon Vitality अभी रुको, ये खत्म होने दो. Falcon to win, I guess 1 map. क्या लगता है तुम लोगों को? 1 मैच जीतेगा Falcon. या clean sweep होगा 2-0. Nade, ओए.
And a barrage onto Magics.
क्या ही नेड मार रहा है.
Nice little trick there.
भाई तो crazy नेड था.
We're just telling yourselves we have to capitalize on this.
Yeah, but you know no advantage is enough when it comes down to Dust 2. Those B-side hits are so difficult to stop.
Time out के बाद ना मेरे को लगता है कि
G2 may have the quantity of kills, but Spirit have the quality. Oh, Hunter's
Oh,
got a
bhai.
long way.
That's a very neat trick. But he won't get a chance to show.
Time out के बाद new nade lineup भाई तो भाई.
Hunter just got reflash back on Cat. He didn't have to drop off. Now they know the B hit is coming. Are Spirit going to call it off? Do they not like what they see? Donk dead. Who is your entry man?
Donk और Magics दोनों को.
From Spirit at 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, they've tried to make something happen with very little time left on the clock here. A change of mind, a change of heart, pulling them away from this B play. Smoke down out towards middle, but there's 20 seconds.
You can still win it, you just got to go quick.
नहीं हो पाएगा. क्यों जा भी रहा है भाई ये लोग?
He's been the guy opening in all of these rounds, and so as they tiptoe out through middle, pace becomes a problem. These kills have got to go your way so quickly. 1 from Nerds and Heavy God could be enough to do this. There's Nerds, gets his, no time. G2 finally break this streak. Finally delivering on one of those openers.
And those are the kind of tricks you save till playoffs, because that play from Hunter is immaculate. Drops the smoke on the molly, keeps his cat control, and you see at 15 seconds, he's pushed up on short corner with a smoke down. They know that B hit is coming. That's why G2 are so tucked in. 2 players hiding out behind
वही
boxes,
तो टेनियर
refusing
क्या
to
ही
give
मारता
Spirit
है
the
आज.
kills.
क्या खेल रहा समझ में नहीं आ रहा मेरे को.
G2 have got tricks up their sleeves. So they cut another head off the beast. here.
Baba.
1 and 8 has just had
10 year का आज गया टन आ गया 10 year.
Not a good time for it. And you feel forced into this B play, but it might come to you.
Oh, Nerds, yeah, tries to play it forward right into that double hold. So that's given away the 5v4. Spirit going to try and adjust. They're expecting rotations, and that's exactly what they're getting. Some Pius moves over. Feels like he can't leave a gap this big out towards B.
अरे
Oh, there though, see Zontic's out in the open and some Pius in the right place.
Patience punished.
Still, so many of these rounds have come down to one man in particular.
अरे भाई
Donk with these entries. He's now the only guy left in the tunnels. And as he goes back, mid is no longer under Spirit ownership. Something's brought him back, faking those footsteps as Magix works his way closer. Some Pius, a shot he couldn't afford to miss. And now another. His Donk's right there. Some Pius able to deal with him. And from a slow map one, this guy's on fire now. Topping the charts when G2 needed him most.
Just sickening shots ever some Pius. I like again what Spirit are up to. Donk's faking first step.
Bro, I guess 2-0 खा जाएगा ये.
Middle to make that mid to be work it. But even though he finds the entry, it's a wall bang for some Pius. Besting Shiro at the head-to-head, stopping Donk from finding a single kill in this round. And this is a frustrating game now for Spirit. They've had multiple opportunities. The G2 have clutched up. Commendable game from some Pius. And another 7-round half possible here on Dust 2. Oh, even Donkey to the nades.
मेरे को लग रहा है 2-0 हो जाएगा यार.
Short smoke, it fell a little shy. He's just naded himself down a half. That's not what you want from your entry, man. Sure, his time to kill is stupendously quick. You know, this costs him one bullet in that fight, and that can make all the difference. Hell, even softening him up to these nades. If you try and end this with the A play, Hunter's going to have a field day with HEs.
All right, there's a CAD-X or it's a drop back into a mid to be. It's up to Magix.
2-0 हो जाएगा.
Cool. We've got 2 players in this B bomb site for G2. Feeling pressure, can be relieved by a bit of spam here. A low smoke. Denied by G2. Spirit throwing the execute. Is this a commitment? G2 throw everything they have as Spirit dart back.
They got you paranoid about that play, but now Nerds sees it coming in through middle. One for Shiro, but there's a limit on how long he can hold these smokes. Heavy God feeling a lot of pressure as he's getting split on from both sides, and everyone getting kills for Spirit as they look to level out on this half.
भाई क्या ही नेड
If
मारा
it
है
wasn't round 12, G2 would be saving. But a 2v4 they will attempt. They've got no control, nowhere left to turn. And some Pius going around the world will simply leave him with no time in this 1v4. Nothing to do for G2's top performer, but look on as Spirit come back with answers.
Yeah, some shaky rounds in here for Spirit, but they show up by the end of the half. They managed to piece it together. This is a G2 who came in with a bang to this second map, and Spirit have answered the call. Even half, 6 on the board, looking to survive in this quarterfinal as G2 level up.
थर्ड मैप कौन सा है? थर्ड मैप मिराज है. मिराज तो भाई बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है. हाँ मिराज है. ए बाबा ये क्या नेड मारा डॉग. Hmm? Liquid Curls, nerd back in form again. इतना भी कोई फॉर्म में नहीं है.
There's the flash, that's going to catch Crims out, they're going to push on through, MBK gets one, but Crims with the spray down, he gets himself the triple, and Fnatic are not done yet.
Can you believe it? The question today was not can Spirit beat G2, it was how quickly could they do it. G2, however, demand respect. Some players on the stage are standing tall, and Spirit are barely hanging on come the end of the first half. But persevere they must. Legacy on the line, and defending champions here at Cologne must take this to Mirage to remind us who they are.
Split half like this, with G2 able to match the uptick from Spirit. And a T side now to play. What have they got up their sleeve? They had a clear game plan in this series. Hunter and Saw have been putting in the work. See if they've noticed something they can exploit in this pistol round. It's a look towards the mid control. It's a look towards Tenir, sitting bottom of the board as he tries to play on short. He is dead instantly. And so an opener for G2 to work with. This early in the half momentum can help you so much. For the team that could lock in semi-finals in 2, a 5v4 feels fantastic. Flash through these mid doors. Shiro dead. Zontic's only good for 1. And so it's gotta be him. It's gotta be Donk. Magic's dead. Donk followed up. G2 squeaky clean pistol round.
And they're just dancing at the start of these halves, right? Because even though we split pistols back on Overpass, G2 converted them both with force buys. Second pistol, safe assured in the pocket of G2, and frustrations continue for Spirit as they start every single one of these halves on the back foot.
This T side, let's be decisive. When we are finishing from tunnels to B, mid to B, from short, whatever, be decisive, that's all we need. Go together as a group, fucking send it. When needed.
A coach that has been in the grand final of Cologne.
Tenir Hagira.
Alongside some of these players before, some pious and nerds back in 2023. I mean, this is a G2 that is a mix of that Cologne final. Hunter won it, took down these Ents pieces. Now they come together again and look to do what surely felt impossible at the start of the day. To 2-0 Spirit. That is well within reach now. And to do it on their go-to map. If any of that's to come true, you've got to convert this pistol. And that would mark 4 out of 4 in this series for G2.
खा रहा है गंदा खा रहा है ये.
It's a perfect move, but Spirit have a stack in play. They want you to make this play.
Yeah, going right into it. Tenir can't find a thing though. First piece to fall. Into the crossfire now, but Zontic's dead after one. Once again, leaves Donk alone, trying to make the difference. This is not the gun for the job, that's what you're telling yourself, but still it's not stopping him. He was not supposed to get away with more than one here, and instead he's called it all into jeopardy.
Oh, bhai.
G2. Donk does the impossible. And he has brought Spirit
Donk
back into this game.
Well, fine, I'll do it myself, says Donk. Triple kill when they spot him there at the car. Laser beam MP9 headshots. That is a shock.
You see at the end of that, though, there's no celebrations. Donk with a sigh of relief.
लेजर की तरह मारा है लेकिन भाई.
It's too early in the series for Spirit to be getting hyped up. They know it's a long road still ahead of them.
This match was meant to be a gimme for Spirit. Absolutely getting put to the test, but with a force buy win like that, it puts Spirit back in the conversation. They don't concede the lead for long.
Feigning a drop back, RG2.
It's such a bad fake that Magix immediately walks back into the bomb site. It's going to make different noise, those surfaces falling on Cat, falling on the floor. He immediately knows what that means. Magix is now the third piece inside of A. It's a fake that's not even worth doing.
Play up close to these smokes. Waiting for G2 to come spilling through them. Drop down on two players. They make it past Magix. They go right in as Shiro. It's a no issue here up against the force. Heavy God might get away with one on the long side. Up against this struggling Tenir. How much more can he really find? Heavy God dead after one. Spirit clamped down on that force buy. And for a brief moment here, a chance to feel comfortable in the lead.
Yeah, one more eco here for G2. It doesn't feel like the best way in is this long position. Tenir is 2-11 for Team Spirit. That is a huge gap in this defense, in a very difficult position to get multiple kills out of in the late round. When Tenir's on his own, back at long side, he is going to be exploitable. Something worth considering here for G2. Shiro offers assistance. It's only this one deagle for G2 passing hands. As Team Spirit takes some liberties, push up in the doors. G2 spotted this, so no reason for Tenir to go further. Maybe a chance to just get some confidence back in this game. They jump the corner, Tenir converts. Easy done for Team Spirit, 5 alive. Now we've got a game on our hands. G2, let's see how this T side looks.
I feel like you were dead on in this kind of reader, wanting to exploit Tenir a little bit in the game he's having. If you can have a Spirit player in their heads, just remove someone from the equation almost entirely. That is a massive boon for G2. Spirit likely feeling the same way. Play triple long, anti-long rush setup, just to try and give him a bit more comfort in this position. Easy does it here in the return to rifles. You hear that long util, you can anticipate extra players there, extra resources. So now you've got a bit more room across the map to make your move. Hunter quick to go and take the catwalk. Ready at a moment's notice to move into this mid to B. They're trying to catch Spirit with 3 players on the wrong side of the map. They're going into Donk's bomb site. They get past him straight away. And so now the defense falls just as Zontic's getting out with a double. Does all he can and then some. Spirit still left in this. Thanks to that double kill on the hold. Will they be able to get past some Pius, who stayed behind trying to thrive in enemy lines? It's a little labored on that spray. Could have been so much more. So you've been waiting for a chance for Tenir to prove himself in this quarterfinal. Will this be his round? It's a tricky site to retake, infamously so. Smokes down at the double doors, call this one in a question, moving slowly, our team Spirit. But eventually they've got to go. So much time having elapsed, they hope they can catch G2 sleeping. You know, this late in the day, nothing comes for free, and so there isn't time. G2 hang around.
इतना ये लोग wait क्यों कर रहा है यार?
Everybody falls. But it's G2 reaping the reward.
Yeah, that site is so hard to retake. Spirit never even try and do it. They just hope that G2 leave the bomb site. They can sneak in last second and stick that defuse. Admirable idea with how strong that setup is on the crossfire, but it leaves Spirit with nothing. They lose all their guns. They take G2 with them. But with that, one round closer, get G2 off of the mid to be split. Donk punished here. Falls for nothing. Zontix does more than you can ask for a one-man hold.
I know in that first half, Donk looked electric with the entries, but I think G2 have done a great job of making him look mortal here. So many rounds where Donk can get out with, you know, one kill, and that's it. Stopping this guy going on those crazy chains of multi-kills, that's the essence of stopping Donk. A one-kill round for that guy is pretty rough.
वो निकल गया.
And really not the kind of output he's used to having. All across overpass, that was the case. And even though there were some signs of life at the beginning of the T side, G2 have still been willing to meet him head on.
I mean, Spirit just haven't really made an argument as to why they're the better team today. Every single thing about this series has screamed G2 to you, and Spirit going missing at the wrong time. Stars not doing enough. G2 across the board, everyone holding their head high.
Again, they're going towards Donk's site. And again, he only gets out with one. Heavy God has been able to stop him.
Brutal.
In every one of these key fights. Donk might have met his match. And a save called, reluctantly so, for Team Spirit as they give up on this lead.
You're running into the world's best rifler and you're trading him out at worst case scenario. G2 punishing B hits, back-to-back rounds, get on the board again. And Team Spirit clamming up, going quiet. Forced to full save this time. There's just not enough done on that B bomb site. G2 have found the weakness and they are exploiting it. In these rounds, Tenir doesn't even get to play, so he stays now bottom of the server. No chance to warm up for when your round will come in this game. G2, 4 tunnels out of spawn. Perhaps just looking to see if Spirit give them the fight.
Dog को minimum 2-3 kill चाहिए.
You feel like this is just going to be the B exec. No AWP here in the tunnels waiting for that opening pick.
Got Spirit jumpy. Look, one flash, gets a molly out of Donk. Gets a smoke out of Zontix. Burning through this util at the start of the round. There's still 1 minute 20 on the clock. Temptation of the late mid to B rears its head again here for G2. And if it works, why stop? So once more, G2 amass in the tunnels. Zontix has all the util, but he's atop the box. He can't really do much here. Could be caught with nades in hand. Hunter getting pressured on Cat, trying to kick up a bit of a fuss on the other side of the map. But make no mistake, G2 are going in.
That re-smoke. Does that call everything into question? Hunter's now throwing in this fake, and so the time to commit to this B play is now. That smoke is a problem.
They have no idea about middle. While there's no lurkers there yet, Spirit don't know that for sure. There's a CT smoke down. The 8 players can't assist. There's a big gap. Spirit are uncertain.
So it's this two-man B hold having to do it all. It's been constantly challenged all across this game. Donk is so quickly their sole survivor, and they are closing in. Oh, quickly overwhelmed as Nerds powers right through the middle. And while so many squads look to avoid Donk to make him obsolete, G2 are challenging him head on time and time again, and it is working.
Yeah, and every player, I feel like, has had to head over Donk in one round or another, right? Nerds there with the AK, Heavy God on the previous B hit. Some Pius was hitting some more shots back on overpass against him as well. So G2, they've got a wealth of players to rely on. For Spirit, their floor is getting lower and lower. They are just getting strangled out on this B bomb site. 3 rounds in a row, all ending the same way for G2. And the lead Spirit held off the back of winning this CT4 spy evaporates in front of their eyes. G2 just looks so calm. It's what you said coming into this series. They look stable, they look calm, they don't look flustered through these very difficult stage 3 games as well. And now on the stage, the first round on a major stage for 3 of these G2 players, and it just looks like every other day.
You just think, you know, it's kind of down to the captain to set the culture, set the tone within a squad, and it's something that all of G2 have bought into. I think you've even heard it in some of these Saw timeouts. You know, he's very composed. It's not just because he's Finnish. He's been very real with G2. Not taking a line that they're making unforced errors, telling them to stay on the same page. Well, here's a real test for the G2 squad as they finally lose one of these openers.
Oh, looking for a heroic play here. Matt is just going in alone, just trying his fight in this B site, but actually call it off. The change of a Spirit was put Shiro on the AWP in middle. He's just been out of commission in this CT side. Now he gets to find an opener. And a big one of that. Can Spirit find more safety over this map? Long is quiet, short is blocked. So Spirit in their best position in some time, but they have no nades to stop an attack from G2.
We've been saying all throughout this, Tania's round is coming. This is it. Your money is on the line. G2 are in the lead. They put their best player out towards your side of the map. It's a fight that Tania has to win.
Surely Shiro hits his shots. There's no smoke to block.
Shiro will have open sight lines. The stress sets in around this long fight. 20 seconds left. Is Heavy God going to make a move, or is it just this short play to draw in all these contacts? Mattis opens things up. Heavy God's going very, very late into the action here. And Tania able to shut down that bomb and might have just done enough.
Oh, wait.
There's time for this. Bomb plant on Mattis. No way where you can stop this. And Heavy God covering that cross is shut down. Mattis now throwing into a very hostile environment. Right there, they'll shut him out of it. Spirit fight on.
But a shocking 2v4 there for G2. What a commendable effort. The lug so late for Heavy God. But Mattis a clutch too far. 3 kills deep. Zontix finds the crucial trade after 3 blistering rounds on that B bomb site for Zontix. Finds his impact in the form of a retake. And a must-win round for Team Spirit. This game is done if they don't take that.
आज मुच्छी बना के add on.
And Mattis knows it. Money still hangs in the balance in round 21. Saw's final timeout used. Spirit looking for a late resurgence on a map they're supposed to be second best in the world on.
Passed out towards long. Break
on
it's Shiro, it's Tania working in tandem. And on the back of that timeout, with fresh ideas, G2 have to begin.
Game changing round है. हाँ, change हो गया game.
The AWP to try and cover this cross. They're still sticking to their guns on this A play. Had to be the call at the back of this timeout, the call from Spawn. And their belief in it not shaken. One man in the bomb site. Spam connecting here for Magix, does big damage. Hunter board down
Mara.
1 HP. Full vulnerable, that nade will find him on the cross. And a swing now from the site. Tanier gives one away. This is a 5v2. You're telling yourselves that one death can't come to matter. Flash goes over the top. Matt is trying to get set up, but obscured by the smoke. He's got no free path to entries.
Could just plant.
I feel like his only option is nothing's being offered up. One back for Mattis. Spam connects, and now Sampaio left in a very tricky clutch. 25 seconds to make his move, and he's on the retreat.
OT होगा क्या लगता है?
Skirting back towards the back lines for the G2 squad. It looks like he's writing this off. It looks like he's conceding that lead. Team Spirit back in to pole position. And a chance to survive this quarterfinal.
I feel like Mattis just had to get that bomb down there. He had so much time, just given so much room, really wanted to kill to turn the odds in their favor, but bomb planted along with Sampaio's orb. That felt like G2's best opportunity, but it was still a 5v3 off the rip, something Spirit had to earn on that long side, something we haven't had to see in this entire game. And now G2 is that temptation of the B hit, all too likely this late in the map.
वो लॉन्ग पे गलत मर
A
गया.
rounds closed out by Spirit. And far less to work with than G2 would like. But they've got to make do.
OT नहीं होगा.
Late long pop. Tanier tested again. This time no orb to guide him.
G2 have fully moved away from these B plays that were so lucrative. They're hoping Tanier can be a pressure point. Been able to hold his own in the last couple of rounds. Given another chance here. That's an awkward flash. Meant to help him. Meant to make his life a little bit easier. Ends up complicating matters. Heavy God comes through with an entry. And immediately, it's eyes off long. Shiro the only one looking this way. Orp, long angle, long sight line. Sampaio hopes to meet him here. Shiro has the edge. Sampaio peeking into this angle. Miss on the shot. But somehow that's just sailed past.
Still in a great position. You've got Lug out mid-doors. He can kill Donk later, or Zontix rather, off this B bomb site. Donk is fighting for this cross. Boost up.
Trying to give the util over for the break on this smoke. It didn't stop Heavy God. He still makes it onto the ramp. And so they feel like they've got to disassemble. They feel like they've got to move back. Donk gonna pluck one from the ranks. That's Heavy God. Follow up for Mattis. Donk dead as well as he blazes his trail into the A side. That's a bomb plant for G2. Are you just out of this round? A taste of your own medicine as a couple of key entries paved the way to an 11th for this G2 squad. The writing's on the wall, they can't attempt it. Zontix out of position.
They need these guns.
Magic's all alone. And the save not even guaranteed, but no reason to hunt here. Spirit will head for the hills. G2 keep it competitive right to the very end.
Frustration on Cat there, right? Going for multiple boosts. Spirit change their mind. Don gets one beautiful kill and then just decides, screw it. I'm going to trust my aim. I'm going to back myself. Goes out wide. Mattis wins a heroic fight. G2 match up with Team Spirit here on Dust. It is round 23. It is anybody's game. Those saves are everything here for Team Spirit, keeping guns in their hands. As G2, a wry smile, a smirk, as they win their most difficult round yet.
Again with this long abuse. Again, just trying to keep Tanier as uncomfortable as possible. And And this time, a bit more intent behind this push from Nerds, trying to take away the catwalk. He knows that's been the safe haven for Team Spirit in these A plays. He'll come into it a little bit later. For now, it's a skirmish on the long cross. Ends even. Shiro's Orp in the right place, but it's this lurk of Nerds that G2 are really banking on. Hunter leaving them uncomfortable as he makes his way up the ramp. The captain comes through with a double, but the job's not done. The fate of Spirit
1v1
Cologne now rests on the shoulders of Donk.
Donk versus बाप रे crazy round. अरे भाई घूम जाएगा लग रहा है. ए भाई.
Donk is here to keep them in the series, and it's his.
You tell yourself, there is no one you would rather entrust with your tournament life, with your major life. And so Donk has kept Spirit in contention at Cologne.
I mean, look at how close this comes now. Look at the margins between Team Spirit falling in the quarterfinals, and now they are favored to take this in a three-match series. Mirage is up next. 2 AKs and 3 pistols are in the way for Team Spirit to make up for their slow start, to stop G2 on a glory run here in the quarterfinals.
भाई तो पूरा पिंक हो गया भाई.
G2 2 flashes, 2 smokes, 1 chance, no room for error.
It's around where just everything has to go right. The short util's already been lobbed in out of G2, so you kind of need these long guys to start making their move.
Tenier hug de.
Tenier down into the pit, just trying to get his one. Swing out with a flash to try and help him. He can't manage it. Shiro will respond, but you're starting to feel uncomfortable. You need to deal with some of this pressure. Rotate's now arriving. Tech9 stealing.
Oh, bhai!
Oh, Hunter, what is that?
Hunter!
Bomb is lost on long, and this is a big problem for G2. They might have scrapped hard to get to this position, but it doesn't get easier. It gets harder. Someone's got to make that long cross, because Zontix isn't giving them anything. They both commit to it.
20 seconds.
Zontix hears this, now closing in, now giving chase.
ए बाबा.
A long way away.
What?
नहीं हो पाएगा. भाग दिया.
When does Zontix decide to play? Because he could be the defining character here for Team Spirit. Right out round the corner. Nerds is dealt with. Hunter's double, not enough. Zontix.
The double jump. One click too many. That was a single.
Oh, GG. बोला ना OT होगा.
Hunter is a big game player.
Hunter.
That's why he never gave up.
भाई क्या शॉट मारा
Nothing
Hunter.
to play with, nothing to work with. No health in a losing battle, and G2's captain has kept them in it.
2v3 with Tech9s. With time against them, with no health.
Jump. अरे उठेगा तो.
And a clutch contained to keep G2 on this stage in this second map. To keep them in with a shot of still 2-0ing this series. And G2, man, they really have just not given up. Do we remember regulation with these brutal B hits from G2? Surely it's something they have to go back to here in overtime.
It's a team that also just never celebrate till the job's done. You see them popping off like that when Hunter locks in OT. They are feeling it right now. They feel like they can end this on Dust 2. A third map is not needed in the minds of this G2 squad.
Frothing at the mouth, this B site tantalizing again for G2. Shiro is home though. Donk is not. It's him on the long side.
Donk आज अपना सबसे गंदा गेम प्ले खेल रहा है 17.
Shiro sniper must save them.
बेचारे का
It's a powerful position.
शॉट्स कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा.
A power spot, a power play on this AWP.
There's no lurk smoke.
A big push from Shiro. That's what Spirit need.
There is no lurk smoke. These are free shots.
He's going to have all the time in the world to get these off. Tag comes in, softening up the first two players.
Oh, Baba, Zontic shutdown ही कर रहा है.
Sampires does what he can, but this orb was always a problem. And Hunter's big clutch was last round, 1v4. They're expecting too much, surely, from their captain. Tries to plug in the numbers, but he's expecting fights, expecting conflict.
Oi!
No way!
Shit!
Down, just snatched back. Tanir digs deep. And Spirit take the first in OT.
Oh, that just fell right for the
Bhai Sahab.
Clock against him. The last player unknown pulls that package, gets put down. Devastating way to lose a beautiful clutch like that from Hunter.
वो मार दिया था उसको देखा तो था वो.
For Team Spirit saves them from devastation in this B site. This is far more stress than Spirit bargained for in this quarterfinal.
Stress for everyone right now, right? You're into the OTs. There was a nearly clutch from Hunter. You call this timeout here, because even for a guy as experienced as Hunter, as someone who's had as much experience and success as he has, rounds like that still fill you with adrenaline.
Yeah, you've got to calm down. You've got to catch your breath. Your heart is beating at 1,000,000 miles a minute.
So a time for Saw to get involved. Ahead of this rifle round for G2. Again, it's back to middle, but this time Shiro in position. Posted on the catwalk. They haven't really had to worry about the AWP fighting them here in a lot of these rounds. This has often just been free real estate. Molly's going to trap Shiro forward. He'll go looking on that AWP. Tanir comes in to join him. Trade back. Trades a plenty. Tag down range. Short ends in a stalemate. And now it's Nerds up next, trying to make his move out towards middle. Heavy God had Donk's number in that first half. On these T sides, rather able to get those.
Donk से aim में नहीं लग पाएगा कोई.
And Nerds is sacrificed on his own. G2 feeling a little desperate. They're going to link up with some Pious. They're wounded AWP over on long. Mattis left to a lurk.
That's 7 deaths for Nerds without a kill. It really is all or nothing. Heavy God has to bail them out. He's got the cover from the AWP. Shiro has the cross contained. There is again no smoke. G2 just having to make do with what they got. It is not a lot.
Miles wins his.
Oh,
there's one back for Heavy God.
Heavy.
Don't tell me.
Oh, Baba, Donk को भी ले गया.
As well. Heavy God's on a roll. And right when they needed him to deliver, G2 can depend on their Heavy God. Zontic's moving in. Mattis misses this timing. He's made it by up through the short side. That leaves these players in the site to have to deal with it, but an AWP on the line. Heavy God ready to trade, and a flank that's closing in. You're telling yourselves this is more than enough. Zontic's getting sandwiched, getting pincered. Mattis ready to deal that killing blow. G2 hoping to stabilize in what has been a very tense game.
they have won some shocking rounds in this series. They cannot deny that, can they? More man disadvantage moments here from G2. Just besting out AWPers like it's nothing. Heavy God converting the spray from the other side of the map. This guy is quite the talent. Shiro stress as Spirit let G2 into this T side.
वही तो क्या गेम हो रहा है.
This one's a faster round for G2. They're just calling it up.
Yeah, look at the pace on this. Talk about a change. They go quickly into this cap play right into Magic's. Gonna farm some back. Donk arrives and a
इतना जल्दी खत्म हो गया ये गेम. इतना फास्ट क्या खेला भाई.
Will answer the call. Every single player climbs those boxes, shuts it down. Spirit with a round lead here in overtime.
सबको ये पे था क्या?
G2 try and get cheeky. Donk's having none of it. So many rounds he has been left out of position in this game. but he is quick to trust his rotate. Oh, no way.
Oh, some pious.
Serious?
Risky business here. Hanging out on an island.
भाई मुंह दिखा के जाएगा.
Gets his one, but will that be worth it? You've traded an AWP for the death of Spirit's captain. Got Donk with great position now out towards middle, and no rotates available for this B site. Spirit, they know where they want to make their move. They know where they're aiming for. 3 players back in the tunnels. Donk ready to pounce in mid. This B hit is coming.
There's just no way to stop this. Heavy God has given some incredible performances across this major, across this matchup, but he is alone. It is all of Spirit trapping him in position. No smoke on the doors. Heavy God isolates. Bomb dropped. So spray's not enough. Damage is all he gets. G2 have to retake. Hunter v Donk. He can't hold on. And Spirit, 2 kills from another map point. Donk darts away.
Mattis could still catch him. A little later in through spawn, all the way around the world. Donk is keeping his wits about him, ready for this exact move. Oh, on health, sure. Mattis will get past him. And now all that earlier damage from Heavy God might be very impactful indeed. They get the spot on Zontix. Shiro's the only question mark, and that AWP will get a chance to play. Spirit hold the line. And they could still beckon in that 3rd and final map of Mirage. 2 chances to do so.
A messy game, but Spirit with the experience on the stage in an overtime with all the pressure on are stabilizing late in Dust 2. G2 maybe feeling like their best opportunities have sailed them by, and maybe they're right. Nuts gets legged again by Shiro's AWP on the cross. G2 start disadvantaged. Spirit stick their foot in it, mid control completely alleviated. No antics from some pious, he supports Mattis. But Spirit, that old cat / mid to B setup, everybody ready to change their tune at a moment's notice. No lurkers.
It just puts him in a position to be so quick to react. They'll be able to move a lot faster than G2 can on this CT half, and so you better hope someone can provide you an entry. Someone could open this round in a favorable way. Because if not, if this gets left till Spirit make their move, they've got every edge. Magic's throwing in a fake, but the bomb still resting back in tunnels. Some pious smoked off.
I don't believe it. G2 know it's coming.
हाँ इतना फेक में तो कब का ये कर जाओ.
Spirit looking lustful at this B site, feeling like they could end it all right now. They've got to get past Heavy God. Nerds already wounded.
Oh भाई!
But it's the least expected man to find his impact. Everyone arrives now for G2. And no winning this for Shiro. It comes down to the final opportunity for Team Spirit.
Okay, gets out. Either way, it's G2 surviving time after time after time in this game. Be it 12-11 with the Hunter clutch against Zontix, be it there with Nerds. They are still here competing for this 2-0.
भाई स्मोक में फेल दिया वो भाई.
Timed that repeat perfectly after Shiro fired the shot, after the smoke went back up. G2, the resilience on display in this matchup is massive. They are far from done with Dust 2. Spirit playing with their 3rd map point.
Been on the verge of closing this out many times. G2 able to save themselves again.
Oh, look at the gamble.
A lot of players out here towards B right now, and I mean, who can blame G2? So many of these rounds have looked to be these mid to Bs, these B pops. Only one guy waiting back in the tunnels. Zontix lives up to his half of the bargain. Does Nerds even want to attempt this trade? You feel like you're risking everything on going for it.
जीत गया
And
चलो.
now B feels like too good of an invitation to deny. Spirit with 2 opening kills on this half of the map. Hunter's playing Joker. He's come so close in many of these moments.
ओ भाई.
How many times can the captain bail out G2?
2v1 है भाई for Dong.
Finish the game for Spirit.
ये खत्म कर देगा.
It is
Dong क्या
all
Dong क्या.
Donk.
Dong खत्म कर सकता है.
You tell yourselves this is why he's here. This is what he's made for, to deliver you these moments. Will Hunter's sacrifice be in vain?
बोला ना.
Dong swings out. Dong does it. Spirit still in this quarterfinal. And it's on the wings of Donk. Their pale horse showing up in the quarterfinals. And bring him with him a Spirit that hit hard.
It's not easy, it is dirty, it is messy, but it is enough here for Team Spirit to take this series. Mirage is our decider. G2's best opportunity passes them by.
Pressure certainly applied by G2, but Spirit just about avoid cracking under it. By the thinnest of margins, they get their map pick over the line. And let's be real, there are plenty of rounds in that game that both sides of the equation won't be proud of. But if you're Spirit, you're looking at Donk, who saved your ass in this one.
What a wonderful way to end a wonderful game of Counter-Strike. You're spot on, Freya. Arguably the most, I'd say the last 6 rounds of this game was the most intense I've seen, you know, out of all the games at the major so far. Every round had a story, every round had a comeback coming into it. Hunter almost saving, almost pushing it to a second overtime.
I almost जीत गया था.
Finishing
Almost.
Like just one tapping away and getting a double headshot right here, Stigo. I'll be honest, that's what Donk does. That's why he's the best player in the world.
Which idiot said that this will be most one-sided match in the playoffs? I mean, this was probably the map of the tournament for sure, and I have to say that everything about this was electrifying. Players on the stage must have felt it too, and everyone in the arena just felt the Counter-Strike. This was it.
But this is like, it just gets your heart racing. Like, if it gets our heart racing, it definitely also get the players' heart racing. This is why Counter-Strike is such a beautiful, you know, esports. It's so good to feel the atmosphere. You can feel the players, they step up in the right moments. And when you have these games as a player, you can sometimes just throw, like, you go back to the defaults, but in the end, it's going to be the decision-making of the players in that heated up moments. And we had plenty of those in this game.
Yeah, we certainly did. This was an adrenaline-filled
Bhai,
game.
Hunter और Heavy God भी. Bhai, Heavy God भी
Let's go back to the beginning, though, because this was the moment that Donk really started firing up, right?
He finished the game and he started the game for Team Spirit as well. G2 got off to a fantastic start in the first half. I know it's almost an hour ago, but at this point, if G2 is running away with the game, that is a very likely thing to happen. But look at Donk in this very position. He's
last game,
out,
last round
a
निकल
nice
जाता.
double entry, and yeah, from his point of view, it looks sick. But you think to yourself, yeah, maybe they could have fragged him, maybe they could have refragged him. Just look from that point of view. Nerds is just getting absolutely destroyed. Heavy Guard getting absolutely destroyed. Peter, when you're on the receiving end on something like that, there's nothing you can do. You can't blame Heavy Guard, you can't blame Nerds. That's just world-class aiming coming out from Donk.
Yeah, like on the receiving end, like looking at the PV when it changes to the guy that gets shot, you know, it just happens in an instant. At this point, you're like, oh, they're up mid, and then you're like, oh, they're in B. Okay, we lost the round. And you know, at this point, when something happens that fast, it's just impossible to do. And it's what Donk does best, right? You know, he scales up and he hits a headshot instantly.
It was such a crucial moment in the game. It was 4-1 for G2. They were about to run away with the game. You could even see it on the player cams as well. Shuro visibly frustrated, Magix visibly stressed and frustrated, understandably so as well. And then who's the guy you send out first in a B split who gets that double entry? Of course, it was Donk who had to kickstart the game, and we saw how he ended it as well.
And he continued that. We've got round 8 as well. Another example, even when Spirit are down in the 3v5.
Yeah, this was a 3v5 situation where they recovered it beautifully. Donk is entering B, and Heavy God is in prime position to punish him, but somehow he wins this duel and cracks the side open. Tenir is acting as a lurk here, but he actually catches up Matisse, and now it's very important that they are anticipating the fast retake, because Tenir is on the opposite side of the map, and Donk does that precisely. Micro, macro, everything is on point. He dodges the flashes before they're even coming. It feels like G2 were on good read, but Donk was one step ahead because he read everything just so much faster.
Yeah, it was incredible to witness. If we fast forward to that second half, the beginning of it, of course, we see G2 getting that pistol, but then the disaster strikes for them, and Spirit, I don't know how they got away with this one.
No, it's a little bit of a silly one, to be completely honest, and this was again a moment for G2 to get it done. Sunpayas comes in with a nice entry. You have Sontix in a very uncomfortable position with an MP9 though. Donk from this position, I'm not sure why they're so hesitant to fight him, but he has an MP9 and he's just single-handedly out-aiming.
I mean, it's Donk, I guess, but...
Yeah, but it's a bit of that fear factor. Like, Peter, you played with Sipnix, and there was a lot of that fear factor when you're in a clutch against him, but I saw that in a lot of rounds in this game. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but it happened over and over and over. He also ended up winning a 1v2 at a moment later stages in this half where it's almost like players freeze when they realize, oh, I'm in a 1v1 or in a 1v2, but it's against Donk. Now I have to be careful. So you play a little bit hesitant, you almost cramp up in the scenario, and it's not as free-flowing as it perhaps would have been had the name been Dupree or something like that.
No, I think you have a point here. Like, it is the fear factor that comes into mind when you think it's Donk that you're facing, and he's just going to do some magical. Like, even sitting here watching him play, you're like, he's just going to show up and do something that we don't expect, and that's what he does. And I don't even think that G2, that, you know, they picked the wrong fights, but at this point, like, you can't be saying more than G2 just needs to win. Like, he's sitting there, he just crouches and peeks up with an MP9. It's only probably 3 players in a row that could do the things that Donk just did here.
Tell me who wasn't scared though, Hunter. Holy hell, what a performance to actually be pushing this one to OT as well, Stiko.
Yeah, I mean, across the whole map, he was okay with calls, I would say. He was kind of like silent. He was 6-13 before this happened. 11-12, double Tech 9 entry. They have to recover the bomb on long, and Zontix is in great position to finish this round with the time limit. Look at this, 15 seconds left. He picks up correct duels, in my opinion, but somehow, in this jump up, he misses all 3 bullets on Hunter, which was 1 HP, forces the overtime, and honestly, in that overtime, Hunter had another situation where I was like, holy, is this Hunter? Is this IGL of G2 just pulling them through? And luckily, or unluckily, he didn't win that 1v4 in the end on the B side, but what a performance, especially in that later stage of the map.
Let's just jump right into it. The last round, ultimately, of the game, and you called him a big stage player, Dupree. I mean, Hunter did everything right in this situation. Donk ended up finishing it, but shout out to Hunter in this one.
Like, at this point, you know, they've already lost the 2 entries when they try to get information into tunnels, but at this point, Hunter, he needs to get a triple kill off the bat here. He even does that, you know. At this point, you know, Hunter is feeling the stage so much, and even, like, you know, he could have gotten the 4th if he got a little bit more lucky, but this is exactly the situation, again, that we're talking about. This is Donk in a 1v2, and you can see the fact that Mattis and some players, they know they're smoked indoors here, but they're still playing it very cautiously. Donk, once again, he's feeling like playing cards. He knows that this is a position where he needs to hit his shot as soon as he's in this position. So he tucks in, and he waits for the perfect timing. He plays it out very well, peeks up, doesn't find anything. He knows that it's going to be striking anytime soon. He hears them jumping through a window, steps up, get the first one, and then just look at this one shot. Like, he ends this game by just putting a 1 bullet to the skull of his opponent. I mean, that is such an important frag and such a crazy amount of showcase of skill.
And this is where people have to take note. Look at the scoreboard. Donk goes 25 and 20, 82 ADR. Purely statistically speaking, on the numbers, well, that's an average game for Donk. In terms of the impact he had in this game, in terms of the amount of times he single-handedly saved Spirit and kept them alive in this game, those 25 frags doesn't translate into all the impact he had in this game. So sure, it doesn't look bad on the scoreboard. That's not my point right here. But for a guy like Donk, who's coming into this game, had a rating in stage, 3 and the playoffs so far, and 1.71, that's tanking his rating. But in terms of the impact he found in this game, he's the player that kept them alive.
And speaking of hidden impact, I would also want to highlight Magic's calling here, because whatever he did was exactly what we didn't want him to do before the match started. Like going into these one-sided calls where he just doesn't leave any room for a mistake there, but he actually pulled a lot of default rounds and finished these default rounds in a variety of ways. We've had B splits, we've had A hits, we've had A split as well. We had a complete pullback into the B execute. It didn't work all the time, but this is clear sign of me of like intelligent and mature IGL that is keeping the game plan flowing even in the overtime. Yeah,
no, even in those super high pressure situations. I'm just curious into your perspective, Jacob, of that last round, because Hunter did everything and more to try and keep G2's heads above water. What would you have done differently in that 1v2 versus Donk? I know hindsight's 2020, but we've got to talk about it.
I feel like we saw it when Peter walked through the clip. Like, both of the players is a little bit hesitant. One of the players get caught in windows standing on top of the side, you know, juggling a grenade as well, not quite certain what they want to do. I think the best way to approach a round like that, and yes, we're talking talking hindsight, we're talking eliminate the fact that there's a lot of pressure on the guys as well. Just make a plan and stick to it, you know. The two players have to communicate together saying, okay, we're gonna go down, or we're gonna seek the duel straight away, or we're gonna try to, you know, flush them out by tapping the bomb early, be ready for a peek from somewhere, just to do something coordinated. It did feel like one player pushed out a flash, the other guy was looking around, and they didn't really have a coordinated scenario right here, but it's so easy to say. And then I'll even say for Hunter as well, it sounds rich to say this. He got a triple kill, which is way more than he could have expected.
Yes.
I'm a little bit sad that he didn't walk out of the B bomb side in that smoke he put down for himself. Had he stayed alive, it would have been a 3v1 retake, and most likely they would have won the round. But you can't really blame it on Hunter after doing what he did.
No, but that's the beauty of our job. You know, we do get to see the X-ray and know exactly what to do in the situation. It's a little bit different setting up there, right?
100%.
But I think that the 2v1, I mean, I think actually the second guy that decides to go for the 5 Dunk does the right thing. He waits just a tiny bit before actually committing to the duel. But you can't do anything. Like, Dunk hits a one-bullet headshot, and like it's exactly like what we also saw from the receiving end of some of the POVs. Like, when it happens at an instant, like, you have nothing to do, right? And I think the way that Dunk played that specific clutch is very Dunk-esque, because he just puts everything, like all his eggs in one basket. Like, he can only win this round by hitting those headshots. It's phenomenal, you know. It's not even that he tries to go Xbox, because he just wants to get the fights, and it's, you know, Hunter does all the beauty of it, right?
And that's a shame, right? Because what Hunter did right here, it was unimaginable. Like, getting a triple kill, defending the B bomb side by himself was not supposed to happen. But he did have the opportunity to walk out of the B bomb side. But that, again, that is playing the game in hindsight, and unreasonable to even expect from him. I will say once more for that, and that's probably where Hunter is feeling it a bit now. He also had that 1v3 attempt on the B bomb side, on the T side, where he walks out window, gets 2 kills, and is super close getting the third.
Close to getting the third.
He is so close, right? So in case of him not doing anything wrong, it's not a blame game. He came close twice to finishing this game for G2, and yet he was left with nothing to show for on Dust 2. And mentally, that's so tough, because I think he did everything right up until the moment where he just needed one more bullet or one more thing going his way. But that's the margins of counters.
I guess that's where I would raise Hunter. You know, as much as it's only been just over a year that he's been in-game leading for this team as well. He is a case-hardened player. No, like, he's been in these situations before. Hell, he's been eliminated from worse situations too. So I'm curious as to how you think that's going to affect things going on to Mirage with G2 starting on the T side of things.
I do think that this is a pretty good example of what Hunter is capable of. When it comes to the game plan and game preparation on Dust 2, I think it was kind of good. They were attacking B all the time, and then suddenly they leaned away from it, and that actually gave Spirit way back into the match, for example. So I think switching up this game plan mid-game is something that Hunter is still somewhat struggling with. However, for Mirage, I'm pretty optimistic, because this is a playground for both teams where they just shine throughout the event. I don't think both of these teams lost Mirage ever in this IEM Cologne, so this is beautiful way how to decide this matchup, because so far I think G2 is a little bit overperforming while Team Spirit is a little bit underperforming, but I still give credit where it's due, and I think the calling has been very, very excellent from both of these.
Personally, for me, I don't think it's unreasonable to say that G2 have been the better team so far in this matchup. That doesn't necessarily mean that's going to carry over to Mirage, whereas Team Spirit have had Dunk, you know, they had a couple of their individuals really bailing them out in certain scenarios where they could have lost the game. My issue with Mirage when you're going up against Dunk fired up like this is he controls the connector area CT side so well. So if you're Hunter and you're G2, you have to change your game plan just a little bit. I know we saw it on Dust 2, they went on, keep doing the B splitting where they actually faced Dunk hard on. On Mirage, I feel like that's the one map where you can do that. That's one of the maps where you actually have to take into account, here we have the best player in the world at this specific position. We need to find a way to avoid him.
We've only got about 30 seconds left, so I want to get predictions for this one, because Stiko, I mean, you already were aware in the fact that you thought this was going to be a one-sided affair. Where are you putting your money now?
I do think this will go to the way of Team Spirit.
Yeah, I'm buying into Spirit as well. I think they've warmed up enough, and I think it's going to be about the mental reset. And I don't know if G2's got it, but yeah, Spirit 2-1.
G2 will make the game competitive just to lose it.
It has been a high-octane game of Counter-Strike so far, and it will...
something special to throw in this deagle, and that's exactly what happens.
Katowice! We are back!
I'm just checking the and this is it, because I'm just, when I'm going online, I'm just taking the monitor settings of other player who was sitting before me.
Really?
And yeah, I'm just like, you know, sitting and checking, is it good or no? Like for example, Serata had very good monitor settings. And I took from him and I really like it.
So we need to ask Serata what you're basically liking. So the only thing that you're checking is the DAC, and do you want to have it on premium or?
I usually have it premium.
Yeah? Yeah. Premium?
Yeah.
Okay.
After I'm going manage 3D settings, I'm just clicking restore. Apply.
You don't change anything there after restore?
I don't change anything.
Okay.
I just put here performance.
Performance, yeah.
Apply. Change resolution, default resolution.
And
500 Hz I play. Always
you play 500, okay.
Yeah, always my manager told me I need to play 500, so I just listened to him.
Feels like your manager is commanding a lot of the stuff. Okay, full screen?
Full screen, GPU. Override, we put this check mark. Play. We are done with NVIDIA.
Okay. You don't adjust colors or anything like that?
No, I don't do it.
Okay.
Next, I'm going to library, properties.
Yeah.
I'm disabling controller.
Okay, why is that? I've never seen
I don't know, I'm just doing this.
Manager told you?
No, actually when he saw I'm doing this, he said, okay, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
After I'm going to disable overlay because I don't use it.
Makes sense.
You
have no launch properties or anything?
No, I don't have anything. I'm just disabling overlay because I can I can just miss buttons and do it render accidentally.
Okay, so we go in game settings, so video. You just set the full screen, right?
No, I didn't, because if you do it, you will lag, when
oh, yeah, okay. So for presets?
I'm just using 8X, all. I don't use global shadow clarity, because if you input low, you will see everything.
Okay. Model texture detail low as well, texture
duality.
Okay.
Disabled highest quality. Also.
And this is how you have it, okay?
Yeah. I also put 500 FPS max.
So you match it with the hertz of the monitor?
Yes. I'm usually switching sometimes 500 to 600, but right now I'm taking 500. So NVIDIA reflex low latency, I put disabled also.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of players are starting to enable it now.
I just played disabled since CS2 came out, so I didn't change it. And I like the way game works for me.
Yeah, it makes complete sense. Okay.
After I'm going to full screen.
And 1280 by 960, yeah, is your resolution.
Spirit showed up late in this quarterfinal. And G2 pounced. An opportunity to punish the defending champions on a major stage does not come every day. But the wins indeed have changed. A Don Clutch seizes Dust 2. This series goes the distance. Team Spirit, they've been given a chance at redemption. A chance they cannot afford to waste. Is G2's best game behind them? Or can they dig deep on this decider? Mirage is our battleground. Semi-finals is our destination. And the greatest stories demand trilogy. So Cologne, I hope you're ready to go the distance!
Let's go, Mirage.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, it's absolutely no denying the Spirit looked a little shaken at the dawn of this series, but some big donk impact rounds hold a lot of promise. G2 don't want to feel like they missed their opportunity. Pistols haven't grown a mean all too much. We've seen a bunch of these Force by wins. Eyes set on the connector, but that bomb's going through the apartments. A little fake here from G2. Ooh. It's a brilliance for Mattis as he tries to sell this lurk out towards the connector, and that has given open runway to this G2 squad.
Donk's still alive. I'm not looking away. Spirit getting close to this market, but not before Heavy God gets in position. Can peek on Hunter. Donk holds. Heavy God doesn't jump the gun. He lets him come to him. 2 kills on a plate. And Heavy God continues to impress in this playoff. As Zontix, another clutch that is too far gone. Ooh,
that's nice.
Gotta go quick.
What could he do? Time so low, right into some pious. G2 deciding map. Pistol round goes their way. But you know this Force buy is coming. Been the case throughout this series. Everyone's been keen to respond to these pistol rounds. Spirit, no exception. They're coming through with a buy. Had to risk it all for control over the early game. G2 gonna try and play this one together. And right now, looking to dodge the stack. Zontix alone on the B side of the map. And with that spot straight away out of the apartment, Shiro ends up in enemy territory. One from the Deagle, it's nice. They're closing in on all sides. Shiro living on borrowed time.
God, you just got to give it to G2, right? They've started all 3 maps hot. Spirit, eternal comebacks in this series. Never once getting the strong start, never once converting on their pistol. This is G2 starting every half, 2 or 3 rounds to the good. And that wears on you, feeling like you're constantly playing catch up. Never once getting to redeem 3 rounds. Just because it's hard doesn't mean that's any excuse for Spirit to stop. They demanded this 3rd map. It's time to show up.
We've talked a lot about just kind of the experience on these captains, how for G2 Hunters, you know, a year on from taking over the IGL responsibilities, for Magic still pretty fresh-faced in that regard. And even though Spirit might be, you know, that's not the case for Magic. He was in the lineup when they fell out of this squad in dead last, that devastating tournament, the one where Donk actually said he wanted to walk away, he wanted to quit after they lost in that fashion. A trophy that clearly meant a lot to him. And for a player who's had so much success, this was the one that got him emotional. This was the one that got him teary-eyed. And so Magix has a lot of his team's expectations, anxieties to deal with, all while having a bunch of his own. First time on the stage in the Lanxess for their captain. First major playoffs for him in this role. And a G2 that have been punching well above their weight.
At this point, win or loss for Team Spirit, G2 are more than a footnote. They have put up one hell of a series. This chapter's not closed. Team Spirit pressured on this B site, double balcony and burnt off. Got numbers in this site, but maybe not for long. It's on 657 that shreds them. Rips flesh from bone on this B bomb site. Triple headshot has kept Team Spirit in this unlikely eco round.
Yeah, really not the round you ever thought you'd be competitive in, right? That's Zontix getting split on, but now left in the hands of Donk and Tanier, top and bottom performers of this previous map. making no secret about his position out towards the market, and as Tania is felled, they know where Donk's coming from. That makes him a little easier to deal with. Sampaio keeps him contained. As the G2 find these conversions, they recover that heroic Zontix 3K.
Hello.
But now the guns come out for Spirit. Shiro donning an orb.
ठीक है आराम से आ कोई दिक्कत नहीं है अरे ड्राइवर भी तो आएगा ना भारत
Tell themselves that this map's going to be different. They're not going to fall down at this first chance. Give a bounty of rounds to G2. They want to be competitive far sooner in the map. So G2 just play a bit of a default. Look for mid-control. Players in the apartments to watch for any aggression. Heavy God still floating around out towards Palace, leaving that option open to just grab the bomb and head on back. And that's exactly what G2 are doing.
I don't
know. 10 mark, it's already been decided where this one ends.
Donk never far away on CT Mirage. Tanir's going to get himself shuffled into this bomb site. Shiro supports with the orb. G2 waiting out this smoke before their commitment. As Matt is in middle. Might be left out of the action for this one. G2 40 seconds. Smoke's ready. Spirit the initiators, but that flash comes too soon for Tanir to play. He's going to hear that molly land behind him, signaling the intention of G2. Can Tanir do more than one? That is already enough. Double on this hold, and Shiro is still in the sight.
Out of position on the AWP, but a rough miss gets rid of Shiro on that orb. And now G2 in a commanding spot. They've got this 3v2. Matt is trapped out in the connector, will get discovered. Zontix swivels back round and gets Spirit on the board early in their CT campaign.
Zontix, what an uptick now. Massive 3K eco round now, a huge double to stop G2 from getting comfort in this bomb site. They find Shiro and Donk with no kills between them, and still it's Zontix to bail out Team Spirit. Good to see Tanir finding impact early in this map. It took the whole game for him to get going. I don't think he ever truly did on Dust 2. Shunted into a very difficult position, but here on Mirage A site, Tanir will get action round after round. G2 go back for more.
Passive here from the Shiro orb. Trying to look over the smoke. It's actually Donk to open things up, and with Tanir still tucked away.
Maar.
Get on that swing. It's a little labored. Donk offering up.
Let's go, Donk!
Just can't get past him. Finally will. But look at the cost. You threw everything at this one guy. Again, you're hoping.
Donk को मारने के लिए लोग पगला हो गया.
Shiro's orb, make sure he can't. The captain's efforts falling on deaf ears.
So watch party.
It's going to give Spirit
so watch
a lot
party
of
going on right now.
With back-to-back A executions shut out. G2 not getting in on it. And now puts a pistol. Spirit can trust.
No, I have dual PC, brother.
A very reassuring sign, getting a smile out of Donk.
अच्छा नहीं पड़वा रहा आज कच्चा फाड़ेगा Donk.
We've seen it. It's not a good sign for G2.
I have dual PC setup, brother.
Donk been able to trust
one for streaming and one for playing.
Delivered. And now Spirit locked down the middle of the map. A very confident display.
Peek करो नहीं तो मत peek करो.
Shiro finds underpass.
Thank you भाई. चैनल में नए हो तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब कर दो. आज खाली मैच देख रहे हैं भाई. कल से खेलूंगा. आज मैचेस है अच्छे. कौन सा फेवरेट टीम है तुम्हारा भाई कुमार? पहला गेम तो फटवाया था कच्चा बहुत गंदा.
Reactive across this series for the most part. And that's likely due to them being slow to get going. Here on Mirage with a map in their pocket, this being the decider, how did G2 contend with a Spirit that will be willing to make more plays, be a bit more involved. This eco round, nothing
Donk है वो,
found.
लग मत उससे अभी.
The eye test looking real good here at the start of this third map. And an even scoreline as soon as the guns come out for Spirit. AWP for some pious. Shiro still has his. And he's looked very, very keen to be involved in some of these early fights since he's boarded out. It conceded. G2 given this real estate. The Spirit aren't in a super forgiving mood. They've gone and taken ramp away in the downtime. It's always this give and take. Now you see players out towards middle. It's a Spirit aware that G2 have moved into this empty part of the map.
It's great control for Spirit. They must know where G2 are. There's still gaps. Donk, window, connector, has to pick his poison. No util to block anything. That last Molotov goes out for Team Spirit. 40 seconds and Donk is forced into the connector side of the fight. But on the stairs, Donk does his best work.
Donk नहीं होगा ऐसे यार. Can't do that.
With ease. Ramp forced, ramp taken. Seeing the AWP here will be a bit of a surprise, but it might alert you at position.
चोको मिल गया bro, चोको. और एक जन है बिठाया. ये देखो. Doom. और एक Doom. अच्छा 2v1 है. नाटक मत कर.
All ready to swing at a moment's notice. Zontix or Magic's rather pressure from short.
वास्ता करना हुई है.
Our team Spirit.
Yeah, I love that they made that change in ramp. It looked like Shiro wanted to go for the first fight, but seeing an all push from ramp there would surely alert you to a rifle's presence as well. Tenir gets an incredible double, shutting down this bomb plant, and then Shiro can play off of that with the element of surprise. G2 just go stumbling into their death on this side. The A site doing absolutely no favors to G2. More pistols. A Spirit power up.
वास्ता करना हुई है. Oh shit bro. Let's go Magic.
That's a beautiful transfer. But his job is far from over. The only man here between G2 and this bomb plant. His teammates now starting to arrive. Out of harm's way, but only for a moment. Oh,
what?
Hunter hits him with a drive-by. And Shiro feeling pressure. Feels like they're going to try and deal with him before this bomb goes down. Hunter doubles back, flushes out Tenir. Shiro cut down. A ballsy move to play it right through the window.
G2 know they have to win with confidence. They know they have to push the boat out against Spirit. They can't respect their opponent here on Mirage. That is multiple Tech 9s charging Team Spirit down. Hunter still giving us his best in this series. Still showing up come the third map. A heroic 3K on that B bomb site was not enough to keep them on dust too. But Hunter has unfinished business as he and his cousin race for a major.
Oh, that's really awkward for everyone involved. They get the info at least. That's what you tell yourselves. No one in a position to punish.
Does Magic start? Nope.
Caught by surprise. Now Zontix revealed as well. Nade is good. Hasn't quite finished the job. Heavy God.
आज हो गया है वास्तव हुई हैं.
Feel like his round is over, but we've seen some crazy low health clutches thus far. They still have a part to play. Mattis opening out through short, and with this Nerds backstab, this is so well timed. G2, they're gonna choke Spirit out on this B site. It's only Donk. And moving in, they're all around him. One man against the world. And he is gone. Some Pius arrives right in time.
Oh, you love watching the mini-map there when they find Donk on that B site. Nobody re-swings. They all talk. They make sure to peek him together. Some Pius comes in from the furthest angle with the orb. G2 were not willing to hand over a highlight to Donk. Enough has been done. And so Tenir saves. But I like that poise from G2 because rounds can fly by in a second. G2 did the hard work. They're able to convert. And now back-to-back rounds. And rifle rounds at that. It's put Spirit on pistols. G2, we're talking an even half, and that is worst case scenario.
Punctuate this one with a timeout because they know it's a massive opportunity. A chance to recover after that slog of rifle rounds from Team Spirit. Chance to make out like bandits at the end of this first half and get out with a winning T-side venture. That's huge. And you know, they've only got this one saved rifle to work with. So Saw tries to focus them up.
Donkborg Kevlar, is he going to get that M4? Or is he just bodyguarding Tenir?
वास्तव हुई हैं. Chip, 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 chip.
They'll hang out together in this A site. G2 have had an affinity for this site. It is not going away anytime soon. Initiated by Spirit.
That's a gun now for Donk, and AK gifted over. They'll take the M4, put it to work, and a massive mistrade for some Pius. Means this rifle is still a threat. Finally, they're going to get past it. But it's far from comfortable. They deal with Tenir alone ramp side. Now left to Magic. Still and very, very far away. This is an insane recovery from this Mattis flank.
There's no guns on
G2 is fucked.
He's just got to do it with the dual Berettas. This is a very tall order for Magics. No comfort here. Weapons right there to go and pick up. But time is a problem. That's his real enemy in this round. No info where G2 have gotten to. And I think he's coming to the only logical conclusion, and that's just to head away. G2 recovering on this round. Mattis playing one hell of a game, helping them every step of the way. Come the turn on map 3.
Yeah, Overpass was not his map, but Dust2 stepped up in a huge way.
Let's go Spirit, bhai.
And he's keeping that going. Everybody has absolutely had their moment from G2 in this series. That has made it all the more exciting. G2 avoid a devastating eco win here from Team Spirit, and Team Spirit are looking for their scraps right now at the end of this half. They need these last couple of rounds to keep in contention. And no AWP on Shiro. G2 with a look like a pace change. Sit behind that ramp, Molly, but they're coming through. Oh, that smoke had a gap, and Mattis abuses it.
Donk does what he can, but he's low, and the big dog's closing in on him.
Roof.
Matt is turning heads with this performance on the deciding map. 2 clean entries leaves G2 right where they want to be. And if they win this, they break Spirit's money moving forward, leave them with nothing at the tail end of the half. Mattis is still going. Got to plant the bomb as well. And again, a reluctant save from Magix as yet another round just sails by Team Spirit.
Came into this series saying if G2 are going to win today, they need to play at their peak. Every single player needs to give us their best game yet. They need to show that London form. And it's London the last time G2 beat this Spirit squad. It's the last time they even came close in winning this head-to-head. And that was an event where Mattis absolutely popped off. He was a top performer in the final against Team Vitality in a BO5 that went the distance. Showed up on Dust 2, but this is
Spirit ka lanka lag
beast
gaya.
out of Mattis here on Mirage. And G2 are storming through Team Spirit, a Team Spirit who demanded a third map in this series. Do they have anything to show for it? Despite multiple rounds where Spirit
They have nothing
actually
to show,
shut
bro.
out this A
They have
offensive,
nothing to show.
G2 fearlessly
They
go
are
back
fucked.
for it. Finding a fourth round in a row, looking to top off their half with our most dominant yet.
How can that not put wind in your sails, eh? The idea that you might show up here, come the turn of a uncomfortable third map. Questions around whether they missed their best opportunity, and you actually go on to have your most dominant half. All the while, Mattis is just playing his heart out. Spirit using a lot of resources to go and clear ramp, trying to keep eyes on middle as well, but that gets cut off by this util. They're getting misdirected here. This ruse, this creeping fear about the A play where G2 have ended so many of these rounds have left them just too strong on this end of the map. Now down one with that lurk kill from Mattis. It is only Shiro between G2 and this bomb plot. He's dead straight away. Hunter coming through. Terrifying form as he closes in on a dominant half for G2.
And Hunter, when he took over in-game leading, we saw some poor games, we saw some poor events, we saw those in-game leader numbers, but the last couple of months has been a resurgence for this captain. Standing tall when G2 need him. Two gratifying entries might have just shut out this half for once and for all. Team Spirit thrust themselves back into this bomb site, but it is a lost cause. It is a lost round. It is a lost half. G2, 8 rounds on the T side of Mirage, looking for the major upset of their dreams.
Fucked up हो गया, fucked up हो गया. जिसको जितना चाहिए जीत नहीं रहा है, जीत रहा है वो हार रहा है. जो स्पिरिट पे ऑड्स मिल रहा है 1 का 2.5. अच्छा सा हेडफोन पहन और जीत साले, कोई फायदा नहीं होगा प्लेऑफ्स में इतना मार के, कुत्ता का बच्चा।
Across 2026,
चिल्ला मत, चिल्ला मत।
Spirit are 8-1 in maps against this G2 squad. This was meant to be almost one-sided quarter-final. This was meant to be a quick and easy affair for Team Spirit, a team looking to defend their title here at Cologne. But major pressure now as G2 stand tall.
अंडर प्रेशर खेलने वाला आदमी लोग नहीं है G2। टट्टू खा भैंचोद। G2 बोल रहा हूँ, स्पिरिट चूतिया टीम भैंचोद।
Can G2 finish it for once and for all?
खुद ही फिनिश हो जाएगा भैंचोद, खत्म।
For three of these players, this is just a dream they've been chasing.
सब जा रहा है।
Keep your focus on this city, like round by round. Like we have a lot of good plans again, but don't start to suddenly freestyle, get frustrated, whatever. Let's focus round by round, okay?
Yep. See there, Saw trying to keep them composed because he knows leading is one thing, winning is another.
ये भैंचोद हैवी गॉड को पहले घर भेजो लौड़ा, मारे जा रहा मुक्का।
It's all three players market side and Spirit are eyes on. One back for heavy god Shaw.
तू लोग तो वाइटैलिटी अगेंस्ट जीत भी नहीं पाएगा भाई अगर चला भी गया ऊपर। गान से G2 का तो निकाल ही देगा।
Feels like he's destined to overlook Zontix will get eyes on. Look out for heavy god and Sampaio dead. Team Spirit. It's a pistol round one way or another.
मोटे को बदहजमी हो जाएगा तो बेटर है।
Comes crashing down for G2 in a very hard to win round.
मैं तो भाई स्पिरिट को और किसको?
Team Spirit get a helping hand and now begin their long road to recovery.
I mean, look, this is now going to be a real test of your ability to just stay in this.
Yeah, that will get in your head, lead or not.
Acer Predator, gotcha.
But I think, you know, when you look at the type of
player
is, what he, views is the most important part of being a top player. He's always spoke about how, you don't want someone who gets in their head easily. You want someone who stays dialed in. You want someone who's calm under pressure. And I think that's what this guy looks to embody every time he goes out there and plays. We even saw, him cracking smiles, trying to have some back and forth with the gang. Because he knows if it gets to him, it gets to the rest of the team.
DC हो गया heavy god pistol में.
It's never a good time for one of those. He take another incision, not being given anything for fear.
ये क्या है भोसड़ी का खेल तो रहा है.
Not being given anything for free, and as Sampaio closes in, feels like he's destined to overlook Zontix. Will get eyes on.
क्या हुआ? लात खाया कुछ है, कुछ नहीं हुआ. चल भाग इधर से चल. साला डीसी हुआ है. थप्पड़ खा गया है और नाटक कर रहा है. चल.
Spirit, I don't think you can believe it.
अच्छा किल फीड देखो. अच्छा हाँ. Oh yes. कौन सा क्लच कर लेता बे?
I don't want to say it was guaranteed for Spirit, right? Definitely not. 2 quick kills, but they had strong positions for sure. 2v2. I think that you've hit the nail on the head. The key for G2 is not to dwell on it.
देखा. वो ये है इन लोग का ये कोच है देखो. रश बी डोंट गो किल. और इतना पैसा लेके कोच भी नहीं खरीद पाए एक तो. लड़की कम लड़का ज्यादा लग रहा है.
the first 3-4 rounds of every single half.
Oni is the worst gamer. I accept that.
They've reforced they've won it. They've put Spirit on Eco before Spirit have put them on Eco. Every single map, every single half of this series. That has gone a long way.
बढ़िया हुआ डीसी हो गया, ऐसे भी कुछ काम का नहीं है.
The trend here in the final half of this quarterfinal.
करके क्या देगा, उसी सिचुएशन में डाल देगा क्या?
Forcing up straight away.
अबे डोंग हंस मत, अभी निकल जाएगा भाई 4 राउंड बाद. Dong reacting to heavy god game. The god is on our side.
Trying to use this to pull his teammates back in. He was smiling at the end of it.
Take every edge you can get.
Because, you know, I think you know that in a game like this, all that matters is getting the round. Doesn't matter how you.
नहीं, वो कचरा बियर था. I mean जूता कचरा था, बियर ठीक था.
You can. All good. Bucky, don't tilt, don't tilt. It all good. All good. Happens.
क्या फायदा हेवी गॉड और उसमें दोनों के पास 17 प्रो मैक्स है, मेरे पास भी. छी, गिराना नहीं था भाई, तू गिराया है. तू पिया नहीं, तू गिराया है. छी, आज के बाद और पीना मत भोसड़ी के. पूरा गंजी गिला कर दिया. बताओ. भोसड़ी का सारा दारू तो गिरा दिया अपने गंजी में. काम का नहीं है, दारू पीने भी नहीं आता यूएस वाला. डोंग देखो नजर लग गया भाई. इंडिया में होता ना तेरा नजर उतरवा देते अभी तक. वहीं खड़ा खड़ा. ब्रेसलेट चमका रहा है. किसका एक्टिंग कर रहा है ये देख रहा है ना तू? विष्णु जी का. तेरी मैं की.
Nothing beats the atmosphere of the Lanxess, and nothing beats a major.
Brother, DC हो गया. Go on. You guys got 4 more rounds, man.
We are very lucky to be here, Cologne.
शिरो भाई का गांड फटा हुआ है.
What a day we have coming up.
ये देख, इसको देखो. Steam authentication error. ये भैंचो अपना मुच्छी भी डाई कराता है लग रहा है. ब्राउन मुच्छी है. हेयर तो डाई करा है, मुच्छी भी. इतना छोटा मुच्छी डाई होता है क्या चैट? डोंग मारा है जीतू के सर पे हथौड़ा. ये अच्छा था. कब डिपॉजिट हंटर. Oh yes.
How do you do after cooling off?
Washroom से.
Wonder if anyone's going to call a timeout on the other end of this.
All right, yeah, well, if I was Saw, I definitely would.
But you know, we heard what Hunter said to the gang. We heard what he was trying to put across. I think the message was made clear.
Hello, buddy. Me or no?
Cologne, one more time. Give it up for the Roaring Bears. Every year showing up in style. Ooh, ah.
Nurse is in good spirits. He's liking this. Liking the backing track to this timeout.
Even Vitality might get cheers today. Lucky them.
And there is this shakable feeling that at the end of a timeout like this, anything could happen.
Yeah, I think Spirit are going to come in slow, right? T side, they know G2 9 times out of 10 are going to force buy. We've had force buys every single time after
and they've been pretty lucrative.
Yeah, it's definitely worked out. As said, G2 has stormed every start of the half, so I don't think Spirit are going to be rushing a bomb site. I think they're going to want to get acclimatized, do some mid control. Be silly to take a break this long without being able to talk and just jump into a fast site hit. Now G2, we're still waiting. We don't even have Heavy got back in the server.
I mean, I'll say this, if he is able to bounce back from this kind of a timeout after just sitting there, you're nothing short of impressed.
Yeah. This guy is the top-rated player of the series right now.
Been able to stand up to Donk every step of the way. As the guy they put on him throughout Dust 2 has a very important role to play. And sure, this third map has been all about Mattis and kind of the heights he's been able to reach. But if you're G2, you know you want Heavy God online as well. I think we all do at this point.
From the floor to the ceiling, packed out in the Lanxess, and it's only a Friday afternoon.
I think, you know, a lot of the top squads haven't been shy in talking about it, the pressure that a major brings. But, you know, even within that, the idea that it's been 10 years since we were out here at Cologne at a major. This was already, you know, the most coveted trophy in Counter-Strike, the most sought after. And now with major status attached to it, I think that has dialed the pressure up to 11. That's why it feels so cool to see a squad like G2 taking this high pressure, high stress environment and actually thriving within it.
At the same time, will the storylines align, right? We have Fallen, who's in Furia. He's managed to make it through a very difficult quarterfinal. All the same, in his return at Cologne, 10 years on from the major that he won with SK. Certainly the front runner for the final on their side of the bracket versus a defending champion in Spirits. But it appears we have a bit of a break. We will be waiting for Heavy God to return. Let's throw you down to the desk.
to verify ownership of a Steam account. And it's an issue that I don't think anybody's seen before. So we don't know how exactly long it will be taken to resolve this issue. But when you're in these moments, Dupree, I'm sure you've been in them.
Yep.
Players can't talk, right? Just in case anybody doesn't know about that, during a technical issue, players are not allowed to talk to each other. What are you doing in this moment to not lose focus of the game?
I think the best thing you can do is just keep your headset on actually and just keep trying to be in the zone. But it is very hard to stay in the zone because, as you just mentioned, you're not allowed to talk and you can't even do any no signals whatsoever, and you don't even get an info if the problem is about to be resolved or what the issue is. So you're just stuck in a loop with your own thoughts, and that's a killer at some point. You just sit there in your own thought. You're on stage and even coming off the back of a situation that will not be restarted. It's a tilter. And I think Hunter, he actually addressed it. He came into we had a bit of listening to what he was saying in the CPing. Is like, don't tilt. It's what happens. Because this is what can break players, they had the upper hand, then on the technical side something happens that's out of their hands, and now they've lost all the momentum, and it's so difficult to sit in.
I think there is a lot of talking, but only in your brain, only to yourself. Only that inner voice is there, and there's a couple of ways that I used to deal with it. I was always going through the playbook of all the strats that I have, even though I know them. I kind of wanted to kind of memorize them, and even though I cannot talk to my teammates, I kind of made my brain occupied, make sure that, okay, this is the game plan, and I try to memorize everything that I can just to keep my sanity alive, so to speak. And another thing is that finally these players have a chance to look up from their monitors and see all of you guys, and see this arena, and see the fans, and kind of absorb this energy, because when you're locked in, when you're in the round, there is nothing like that.
Yes, it's absolutely spectacular, and I am hearing maybe tech issue is resolved, so I do believe we can get back into game.
All right, Cologne, we've got him back in the server. Now let's do a bit of a temperature check. Who's going to those semi-finals? Is it gonna be Spirit? Is it gonna be G2? Let's find out.
Pistol in the bag for Team Spirit, 8-round T-side for G2. A force buy comes in straight away. And we are back to the races. No pause, no chat. Just straight into a B hit.
Flash out towards middle. They're looking for a scrap here. Hunter leads the charge. Now that B hit comes in for Team Spirit. Mattis on the line. Had hot hands before that tech timeout. The smoked off here. He's going to be a little slower. Tanier able to deal with some pious on that first turn through the window. And a follow-up from Shiro. Net Spirit, a comfortable post-plant, one that G2 right off. They're going to try and make out with these guns, head out while they can. Play with them in the next. Gap starts to close.
It's the first time Spirit have converted. Maybe I speak too soon. We still need to see this next round from G2. That is a chance for Spirit to get acclimatized on this T-side of Mirage and get back in this major playoff match. G2 say what they got, but ultimately called out of spawn. Spirit go for a very risky B-pop. It works perfectly. G2 are too busy fighting in middle. And you've got to give it to Magic, sometimes making these very, very risky calls. Did the same against 90. The desk highlighted it coming into this series. You know, a 12-10 down on Dust 2, charging a B hit. It kept them back in the game. G2 have to avoid that feeling of this being taken out of their hands. They have to fight for it. So another chance with the saved rifle and SMGs.
G2 always threatening in these rounds. Looking to remain active. They'll go and take away space out towards ramp. Knowing they don't have the weaponry to go in for this mid fight. That's a Spirit get it uncontested. Now Heavy God is committing to this backstab, but look at Zontix. Look at the line he's holding. Oh, he's just decided to leave. Timing going a bit awry here. So this flank from Heavy God closing in. Still eyes set on this B site. Nerds can't get out with a thing. Entry comes through for Team Spirit. There's the response. Some Pious Eagle. Cover from Mattis up on this boost. Is this going to get away from Team Spirit? One for Magic's out in the back line. Gives them a moment of pause. That backstab gets shut down. They keep their wits about them. Spirit closing in.
Consider it converted. 1 round game now. And G2 have everything to play with, everything to play for. Orb on some Pious on this CT side.
I mean, look, there's absolutely no denying it. This is like the ultimate test of character for this G2 squad. Because sure, Hunter was saying the right things, trying to keep them locked in, telling the team, this happens. Don't tilt, stay focused. The captain has said the right stuff, but it's now on to every individual on this squad to show that it hasn't gotten to them. This is a team that's all about composure, about playing together, believing in each other. And so this is the truest test of that. Maybe in their entire major run yet. Team Spirit know they've been handed a golden opportunity, a way back in to this quarterfinal.
Mattis was the hero of the T side. He gets a chance to do it again. He is in a crazy position with Hunter baiting for him. There is potential on this play for Mattis.
Now the window, he falls right in. Donk with an entry. Terrifying sight to behold. There's more of Spirit. Charge through the apartments. And no contest on this B site. Spirit is staring a tie game dead in the face.
Oh, that hurts for Mattis, man. He had to drop on Donk. He got him down low. He just fell off the windowsill. It soaks that extra second for a bullet to connect. Donk hard clears Hunter. They know he can't be far after jump spotting on the car. So Spirit piecing together 2 simple B pops have got them well and truly back in this game, and they are punishing as well. Orb denial. Shiro can save it, and he can wreak more havoc on the way out too. Team Spirit, slowly but steadily getting back in this game. And they don't save the orb, they're saving a little over the orb. That just screams that Spirit want to keep doing these pops, these quick sight hits. Not playing out of default, not working the mid control. Why else would you keep a Galil?
Timeout called in. Saw likely feeling a bit of tension here, how swimmingly things were going, but nervous with this 4-round streak built up by Team Spirit. That big lead that G2 were able to grab, disintegrating. And so we better have some words of inspiration, because Spirit have not set a foot wrong since moving on to this T side.
It's late in the game like this, so you remind yourself that Spirit have all the stats in their favor of this event, right? Coming off the back of course, clean runs through both stages, but this is a team that's the best at 4v5s at this event, the second best at 5v4s, the best trading at this event. Magic's one of the best flash players on this T side.
Tatti kha liya sab. 8-8 ho gaya.
This is where G2 have every reason to get a little bit worried. Got to calm their nerves.
सॉरी भाई माइक म्यूट था बहुत तो का चैट नहीं देख पाया.
Be a hell of a time for them to come alive.
Bit of face out here towards middle. Is there intent behind that? Heavy God seems to think so. Tucked in behind these boxes. Ready to play at a moment's notice. Smoke starts to fade. Nert's taking contact and they'll trade it between them.
Oh no.
Nert swings out for a little bit more. And G2 trying to set the record straight.
छोड़ देना खेलना.
Instantly on the back of that timeout. They swing for the fences. They risk it on a mid-fight. And they come out all the better for it. Tanir's got nowhere safe to turn. 30 seconds left. G2 closing in on him even now. They've already done enough to win the round.
They just push every advantage here. No, it's on the window smoke fade, puts the pressure on. That's when Heavy God jumps in from connector and G2 just send it. They know whether or not they chase this gun down, it won't really matter. Spirit are off the back of 4 rounds in a row, so they've got money for days. What's more important is keeping yourself up on this CT side. So G2 run away with rifles off the back of a lower economy round win, first of the half. First CT round in the last 10.
G2 taking active stance here. Clear on ramp very, very early. Already seen Heavy God be willing to commit to these backstabs, these long flanks. So Pie's going to drop a bit more util just to try and help out this B side. Has been a bit of a object of desire for Team Spirit.
बच्चा टीम है भाई ये लोग, बच्चा टीम.
Set up to go there right now. 3 players in the apartments, 2 let loose around middle. Just going to be blocked at the minute mark, and you might not suspect another smoke ready to come down. They really feel like their only option here is to play through. Mattis, top of the charts, feeling some pressure here as the util reigns in. But he lives to tell the tale. He gets away. There's support from Hunter. Tanir very separated from this site here, but the duel's getting won by Team Spirit. Hunter, oh, that's a crazy.
भाई Hunter locked in हो चुका है. Hunter locked in हो गया, to be honest.
Still has a big part to play in this round. Hunter paints them up with damage. Will he be able to finish the job? No, Shiro shuts him down. Too far away to play. Spirit meet them head on at that B site, and they come out laughing. Hunter, the only guy to put up numbers, and it wasn't enough. Even the clear on Heavy God.
बाटा भाई का नमस्कार दे दो सब. बाटा भाई का नमस्कार दो. मैं ऐसे enjoy करता हूँ और end में आते आते देखते वही टीम हार गई जिसमें पैसा लगा.
He is buying all the time you can ask for one player, but Tanir's cutting off rotates, he's cutting off heads.
मेरा गाना फटा हुआ है down. I know
and
that.
He doesn't allow the save, so massive impact from Tanir in this round despite Hunter's best efforts, and it feels like the end of Dust 2 again. In vain. As Spirit, they have just gone for sight hit after sight hit in this.
भाई डोंग पहले जाके नेड क्यों खा रहा है? चूतिया 60 HP ले फिर खा एक तो.
It is still not resulted in the rounds they desire.
Wow.
On the smoke, what a combo.
It's a great opening. You
भाई
feel
बहुत
a huge
टफ
degree
है
of freedom
ये
with
मैच
Donk out of the
जीतना
round.
इन चूतियों के लिए. हाँ बहुत बढ़िया शीरो.
Commit with this, they go right into the Sunpius AWP. Flashes leave everyone blind, and in amidst the chaos, Heavy God threads the needle. Dual back ramp side, Shaw loses out to Palace. But fighting a losing battle here, our Team Spirit.
Can't win this round, Spirit. Don't even try.
I mean, the lull in the action has made G2 second guess. They've even sent players back over to B. A-Hole made a little bit weaker, still 3 strong here. Nothing being provided. You're going to have to earn every inch of ground if you do want to try and recover this 2v4. And surely they know just how unlikely that is. Priority seems to be hold on to this AWP, hold on to the AK Spirit, head out of there. They're remaining competitive here, but G2 are not willing to renege on the lead.
Shit, bro.
G2
वास्ते के ना हुइया कर दिया भाई.
More so than Spirit. I love that combo on Ram, man. Getting the HE into the flash.
Bozori के safe.
He got able to force the kill onto Donk. Today, you know, Donk hasn't been the carry here for Team Spirit. Sure, he's top of the board.
Donk अब नहीं carry करेगा. उसका गांड तो.
On 2 of the 3 maps. It hasn't felt like that same X factor, with the exception of Dust, of course. A couple of key clutches, key multi-kills. Hasn't been a one-man army for Spirit. Whether that's reassuring or worrying is up for debate. At this point, it's down to whether they can continue this comeback. G2.
बड़ा स्क्रीन में सेट करने में दिक्कत. जितना छोटा स्क्रीन उतना ज़्यादा हेडशॉट. अब समझ.
What is otherwise a very successful T-side for Spirit, but 2 rounds shut down by saves. Spirit need their opening move to connect.
G2 are kind of chasing the dragon in the literal sense here, right? The idea that you could try and break Spirit right at the tail end of Mirage, and that would have massive consequences. Deciding map where pressure's at the highest. You want Spirit to have as little as you can force them to have.
Oh, hi.
Call forth by the
Oh! बहुत बढ़िया खेल. बहुत बढ़िया खेल रहे हो. नर्वस हो जाओ, हार जाओ सारा राउंड.
Can't afford to give them a way in now, as desperate times calling for desperate measures out of Spirit.
You just don't want to save, but again, your opening move has failed you. What are you going to do? It's a 3v5. Every position has 2 players on it. They don't know, not yet. Matters waits. 20 seconds to pounce.
Swings out early, catches one. Bomb retrieved, and now it's on to the captain. Hunter on this line. There's the spot for Tanir, and Nertz arrives just in time.
Shiro was never going for this. He was never even interested. He hoped they could get the bomb down so he could come back on shot. This is a save before the hit. And the money is a problem for Spirit. It's starting to build that way. As G2 find 11 rounds, maybe it would have been better to save in the 3v5. But that's back-to-back rounds for Team Spirit, where the opening gambit has shut them down completely. G2 come in with a move.
And this is G2 finally getting that reward. Broken money for Team Spirit at this scoreline.
And they're buying up.
They've put everything they can into this round.
Is this overpass all over again? Remember the reckless investments with Spirit. We had 3 or 4 rounds where they force ball round after round at the end of that game.
Welcome.
You're meant to give Donk a rifle, and he does the rest. Donk's been the guy getting shut down in these opening moves. Is the confidence there for him to be a difference maker? G2 know that if they win this, they have not just 3 opportunities, but an easy round in front of them to try and secure those semi-finals. This is what it's all been for.
Spirit out.
Sarah have an AK.
छोड़ो.
They've got to make this site hit work one way or the other. Heavy God.
Spirit भाई, आज के बाद कोई टूर्नामेंट मत खेलना तू लोग भाई. इतना ऊपर आके G2 से हगा जा रहा है. कभी कुछ मत खेलना. मारियो खेलो, तुम लोग मारियो खेलो.
Orb nearby to try and support him. Can get cut out by utility. How many shots does Sampires get off? Now they hand it over to Heavy God, but he can't find anything. Dead straight away. And the flashes meet that AWP. Zontic's dead, but Donk still plows forward. They're asking this guy to do everything, and there's a limit to what he's capable of. What? Backstab for Shiro, nets him a post plant, a strong post plant at that. They're just gonna chase down this bomb plant, and now it's all on Shiro.
He's clutch.
If there's a miss you can't afford to have for some Pius, it's this one. You gotta deal with him. The second he plays his hand, one missed shot can cost you so dearly. Shiro, they're sticking this, and he never even gives the fight. Pius nails it. The victory is right there. G2's fate is in their hands.
And Shiro does 0 in this post plant. G2 their best opportunity yet.